Okay,
I'm gonna give you my Diddy story.
Okay.
It's the greatest night of my life because it's the night I met Michael Jackson.
Oh, wow.
Sitting on a couch just like this.
Yeah.
I'm sitting with Eddie Murphy in Arsenio Hall.
Oh,
This
man.
was
True
all
Hollywood story.
a Diddy
Let me
party.
shake it. This is the hand to touch my.
That's a nice touch, Mike.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Movies and Models. I'm your boy KP, and joining us in the building as usual, we got my guy B Moore.
Oh, I want to be your boy B Moore.
Yeah, your boy B Moore.
No, they told me that I gotta remember to let people to know to subscribe to the channel
Subscribe, please.
before we get too far, because I usually wait to the end to say that.
Yeah.
I guess you're supposed to tell them early.
Tell him early.
So,
right out the gate.
subscribe.
You know what I mean? Subscribe, please. Do what he said. Click on the link. You enjoy the show. Subscribe, okay? And we got a doozy for us today. We got my homegirl joining us in the building. You seen her last week on Cloud. Everybody was asking me about her. It was getting on my fucking nerves. Excuse my language. Okay? Model, actress, Amy's in the building. What's up, Amy?
Hey y'all,
Hey,
Purr.
Okay. all
Inglewood,
right.
Inglewood in the house.
Oh, wow. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And joining us, we have a special guest. One of my homies for a long time. Comedian, actor, golf guru. You've seen him light up the small screen and the big screen. He is a gem. Okay? My guy, Alex Thomas, is in the building.
Hey.
What's going on? What up with
KP,
you,
I'm
man?
happy to be here, bro.
Hey, man, happy to have you.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
we got a nice set. We got
Yeah,
we
yeah.
got some fly people.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
It's sexy.
Let's. Is it okay to talk that shit today?
You can say whatever
This
you
is,
want.
this
in
is the
thing.
show where you do that.
Can you cuss?
You can cuss.
yeah.
Okay, I always ask out of respect.
yeah.
It can be you.
I can be me. That's
You can be
Well, you know
you.
what, B? That's all I can do.
That's it.
I tell people, hey man, I'm celebrating. This is what my 35-year anniversary this week, doing TV and
Nice.
movies and being in entertainment, and I can't be nobody else but Alex Thomas.
Absolutely.
You know what I
That's
mean?
all we want you to be.
I mean, that's
okay?
all I can be.
Especially
so,
in a world where people try to be so many other different variations of themselves.
Man.
And, you know?
You know what it is too, KP? A lot of people, they don't realize, try to just be yourself. See how that shit works out.
Try it.
Everybody is trying to be something that they're not. They go off of, what's hot? Well, let me be like that. Oh, that's what everybody's wearing? Oh, that's how everybody's rapping? Oh, those are the jokes everybody said? No. The only way I was able to sustain in this business this far, still be relevant, still be fly, still be fresh, is because I decided to be myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
And that worked out.
we here.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
here.
yeah. Let me hit you with a couple little quick icebreaker questions. You and Amy.
Damn, you just
That's
gonna
what we
ask
do.
me questions so you ain't gonna ask me how my day was.
well,
I mean, goddamn,
well, how's
KP.
it going
I'm
first?
just playing.
How's your day starting? Your morning?
I'm doing good, man. Had to
Good.
drop a few kids off at school this
Okay.
morning. You know, I'm a
Not-
dad now.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations.
Yeah, yes, I appreciate that. I'm
Yeah.
I'm the president of the Black Dads Club.
That's a thing?
Okay.
Huh?
That's a thing?
Oh, absolutely. That means you must not have any children.
No. Wait.
B,
but
do you
it's
have any
not-
kids?
I do.
But it's spring break, so why the kids still going to school?
Well, it's called a private school, and yeah, their schedules are a little
kinda
different
weird.
than everybody else's.
Why is it like that, Joe? All these schools be on different timelines out here. It's so
Hey,
crazy.
man, it's
In
ki-
Detroit, everybody was on the same spring break schedule.
Yeah, man. Private schools are on a little different schedule.
It's way
But
different.
one reason why I started the Black Dads Club because
Oh, you started?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
You
It's
were
because-
involved.
Yeah, I'm involved, and
Oh, nice.
I hate the stigma that black men get. Now, first of all, before I even say this, shout out to all the black men in the world that are watching right now that are involved in their kids' lives and are there and present. So, because what I'm about to say, they can take it the wrong way. I'm not talking about us who are involved.
Okay.
I hate the stigma that we get. Oh, we could just make babies, but we ain't there to take care of them. Without mentioning names, how many dudes we know with 5, 6, 7, 8 kids, 8 baby mamas, and they're like, okay, I get it, but I don't get it. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to repeat that vicious cycle of another black man or a young black girl that's growing up without daddy, man. You need that figure in the life. And shout out to all the black women out there that got to be it all. They got to be mama, daddy, grandma, and everything, but it just helps.
Yeah.
With that man being there, when he gets to see that strong presence, whether he's going to be an athlete, a rapper, a scientist, a doctor, it's great to see mommy and daddy and get the perspectives. You know what I'm talking about, B, right?
What kind of stuff? Yeah, I do. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I see a lot of stuff going on right now, and I go, huh,
This was the
I
only
can tell
thing-
wasn't no daddy in his life, or that girl on the pole, wasn't no daddy in her life. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, ask
young man
okay.
locked up. That young man locked up at 17 years old.
Yeah.
There was nobody in the house saying, "What the fuck are you doing?" No, you're not gonna join that gang. No, you're not gonna smoke those drugs. No, you're gonna sit down and do your homework. I know it sounds like I'm an angry little midget nigga right now, and I just started, but you see how passionate I am.
Yeah.
That's
And
why
I'm just trying to lead
that's why
by
you started the
example
club.
to be like, you can still be fly, you can still be fresh, but fucking take care of your kids. That's all.
That's it. What you about to say, Brandon?
I know I'm a comedian. It sounds like
Block
I'm
that.
being Martin Luther
Oh,
King.
what
up
is,
in
like
this
what does the club do? Like, what do y'all do? What kind of things do y'all do with the club?
Well, no, just to be honest, it's not like a real club I go to.
Damn, you done gave us his whole...
He's like, what's the address?
I thought you started the club at the school.
Right,
and wanted all the
right.
people to come sign up.
He was like, what's the address? I want to
Yeah, he
Are
wanna
the meetings on
participate.
Thursdays? No.
Yeah.
No, when I say it was a hashtag that I started years ago.
Got you.
You know, just when I had my first child, and I just spoke it into existence, and now it's like global, and
it's a
everybody
movement,
knows
yeah.
that, like, when you hashtag Black Dads Club, like, you see me all over it. I'm just trying to show to that brother that may be watching right now, you still be fly, dude. You still do your stuff. All I'm saying is take care of your business.
So I'm in the club.
You're
You in the club.
I didn't even know I was in the club.
You know what I'm saying? Are you one of those dudes?
I'm
Do
a
you take care of
hashtag.
them?
I'm a hashtag it
Okay,
tomorrow.
so-
Whenever
today.
you take a picture of you and your child,
Yeah.
your boys, girls, what you have?
I have a girl.
You have a girl. We out playing with her. You're taking her to lunch. You took her to, that imagery
Yeah.
is huge. And don't get me wrong. Shout out to all the twerkers. All niggas that just show money on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
Show their guns. All the ignorant shit. Because, they'll be the first ones that want to hate on me. I'm just saying, okay, that's what you do. But there are people out here that spend time with their children.
Yeah.
Take pictures with their children. Help their kids with homework. That's not what this show's about. But I just wanted to-
Yeah. But
Yeah.
we appreciate that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? World is ending. What's the last movie you watched?
Oh shit. The world is ending. What's the last movie I'm watching? The last movie I'm watching is Training Day.
Really?
What movie is
Okay.
that?
Because
You didn't
What
see
movie
Training
is
Day?
that?
What are you, 9 years old?
and you from LA.
And you're
not
from
have a
LA?
T- do you
It
not
took
have a
place in,
TV?
like,
No. I'm just playing
What-
with
what
you.
are
No,
you,
we
like
didn't have
11?
cable. We didn't have cable.
No.
it's not
Where
about
you from?
cable.
Where'd you grow up?
Inglewood.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm from South Central myself, but then we had TVs in the last
And
I
20
might-
years.
I might-
Training Day was one of the
behind them.
biggest movies to come out of LA, based in LA.
And when I tell
Denzel
you,
Washington,
brother-
won an Oscar. King Kong ain't got shit on me. Come on.
Shoe program.
Shoe.
I'm putting cases on all y'all. I can keep going. But
You don't remember that?
Is that the one with the white man?
and the black man, Denzel
Denzel.
Washington. Remember, he was a corrupt cop. It takes place in one day.
Okay.
You saw the black. All I ever wanted was a black Grand National. All
I
right.
probably was not when I seen that.
Yeah,
That's
you
why.
probably were.
Okay.
I see you got some toddlers on your show here.
God damn, I thought everybody seen
Are you-
Training Day.
Does she breastfeed?
I mean, I don't know.
Do you have diapers on right now? I don't know. No.
Well, let me see what would your movie be? World's Ending, last movie you watching?
Hangover.
Okay.
Hilarious.
That's a good one.
It's funny
that's
as
a-
fuck.
hey, I can't knock
love
that.
Hangover.
Hangover
What's
is
yours?
a comedy.
I just happen to love Training Day so much,
Yeah.
man. And it's crazy because, hey, man, I've done 15, 20 movies myself, right?
Yeah.
And it trips me out when people come up to me, 10 years later and remember lines that I said.
Yeah.
Man, that was hilarious when you said, and I forget, I'd have to watch my own movies.
Yeah,
I
what
did
did
say
I
that.
say?
Yeah.
Right. So it's crazy when me and knowing Denzel and that movie being so iconic and just like me and my wife, we always joke, if that shit came on 3 times a day, we would watch it 3 times a day.
No matter.
That's how much we love that movie.
That's dope. Yeah,
and you
yeah.
just like, you already know what's gonna happen. It was just such a brilliant movie. And of course, shout out to Antoine Fuqua, director, and obviously Denzel getting the Oscar for it. But it was just a great movie.
Yeah. Favorite childhood snack?
Favorite childhood snack? I'm gonna be honest with you, and I still snack on it to this day. I cannot get over some goddamn sunflower seeds
Sunflower seeds.
to this day. But now the difference is,
That's
in
a
this
throwback.
generation, KP, you got flavors.
You got-
when I was
you
a
got
kid,
flavors.
it was just
It was sauce.
In the hood, we call it poly seeds.
Yeah.
Right? But right now, they got barbecue, they got ranch.
Yeah.
You ask for a snack.
Yeah.
So you like the flavor ones too?
I love ranch and I love dill.
What is that?
Is that Dill's pickles? You must not like pickles.
I do like pickles. I didn't know they
Dill
had, I didn't know
pickles?
that was the name of the flavor.
Man, there's a liquor store right down the street.
dill. So dill pickle flavored sunflower
Brother,
seeds?
when anybody that's watching, if you in the comments, what'd you say?
Yeah.
Dill is a herb, or you put into cucumbers.
Put it in
All I know is the dill, the ranch, and the barbecue
What?
are the bomb. So
Did you know that, Brandon?
Yes.
Oh, but that
Oh, I'm gonna take it a
Corey,
step
you know
further.
everything.
I'm gonna take it a step further. This is how far I'm sad that I know this. But there's regular sunflower seeds, and then there's jumbo.
Oh.
Jumbos are a little bigger. So like you go to liquor store, gas station,
Yeah.
7-Eleven.
And you still in there shaking. You gotta
I
shake your
know
hand.
I
and throw
can't
them-
help it, man. They in my dog. What you
Shaking
say?
You know your sunflower seeds.
That's a damn shame. Huh?
What's your favorite
Crack
snack?
them, or you eat them already?
Say it again.
Already cracked in the
Oh,
package, or you
now
crack 'em?
see now you're getting specific, and I could answer that, and my wife trips out on that. So there's two ways to eat sunflower seeds.
Yeah.
The traditional way,
Science to it.
crack the seed, and you get the thing in the middle.
That's all
right?
I know.
Okay, that's all. Is that really all you know?
Yeah, I thought that's it.
I'm about to fuck you up.
Okay.
You ready for this? Because I got a crazy story. Thank you, sir, for bringing that up. You must be a person that does it both ways also. Okay, ready for this? So the average person in the world, like yourself,
Yeah.
you just crack the seed, throw the shell away, eat the sunflower seed.
Yeah.
I do it the real hood way, brother. I would take a handful, not
Not
a
too
small
many.
handful,
Yeah.
Okay.
and throw it in my mouth and literally chew, not swallow. So you're getting the taste of the shell and the sunflower seeds, and at the end, it looks like it actually looks like a bud of weed. You know, like whatever. I'm not a weed smoker, but how much is that? About an eighth?
Yeah. About
You
a
chew
gram.
it and you just spit it out. I didn't swallow anything. I just chew 10, 15
So
of
you're
them.
not even
You just
eating
like
anything.
you just like the flavor. You don't even eat the seed.
You
So-
do that, Patrick? That's what you do?
No, I don't spit.
I spit it out because
Chewing up the shell and the.
So you
the seed.
you'll eat the shell too.
No.
no. We don't eat the shell. Like I said, I'll mix it up. Sometimes I'll do it the regular way. Spit the shell out. But the majority of the bag, I'm chewing like a little ball, spitting it out. Now here's my crazy story. And I didn't think I would ever tell this story, and you are the first person to even bring up that there's different ways to eat sunflower seeds. This is crazy. I'm doing a show in San Antonio, Texas. So when I do shows all around America, a lot of times I rent cars.
Okay.
I'm not like a lot of comedians that like want to, I want a driver or the promoter to take me all around. Every city I go to, I rent a car because I like to move on my own time.
Yeah.
And I golf. So I play golf in every city I go to. Like last year, I performed in 38 cities. I probably played golf in 33 cities.
Nice.
My clubs go everywhere I go. As a comedian, I ain't got shit to do to Showtime.
Yeah.
Right? After I do radio and promote, blah, blah, blah. But long story short, dude, I did a show in San Antonio, and I'll never forget, this particular night, I had like a 6 a.m. flight out of like Dallas or something. So I really had to start driving, because it's about 2-3 hour difference. I really had to start driving in the dark at like 3 o'clock in the morning just to get so I wouldn't miss my flight, right? I'm in the middle of a road, 3:30 in the morning, and I'm speeding. And the cops pulled me over. So my little trick to not fall asleep while I'm driving for years was like a soda, like a Coca-Cola or something, and sunflower seeds. Just to keep me moving so I don't fall
so
asleep.
you're active. Yeah.
So I just put, the paper bag that you get at the gas station. I put it on the passenger seat, and I'm just driving. And that particular night, I wasn't doing the shells.
Oh, okay.
I was just doing, 10, 15 sunflower seeds. Instead of spitting out the window because it was cold, I just put it there. So after about maybe an hour, it piled up. Right? Now, mind you got to pay attention to all the details. It's on a white piece, on the brown bag.
Yeah.
And they started piling up. Remember I told you they're like little nuggets
look
like
like a
that?
nugget wheat.
And I was
my
eating
gosh.
the dill flavor sunflower seeds.
actually
So
it's
dill is green.
Green.
So the cop pulls me over, and the first thing he sees, he thinks that I am transporting weed.
In the front seat,
He
just
thought
wide open like
because
that.
they were all like perfectly. Because when you finish, you suck all the juice out. It's like a little rock. And he was like, "Sir, transporting drugs tonight? I was like, dude.
Transporting drugs tonight is wild.
Oh yeah, I'm like, really? You think I would transport my drugs on the front fucking thing? Like, come on, are you curious? He goes, well, how do you explain that? And I was like, well, man, to be honest with you, I said, my hands are here. Blah, blah. I said, see this? These are dill flavored sunflower seeds. He goes, okay. And I said, and I don't eat sunflower seeds and swallow them. He goes, okay. He goes, oh, I've never heard that one before. He goes, can you step out the car?
Yeah.
I step out the car, and the motherfucker does the test. You know when they put it in plastic bags and do the, if it turns purple, it's weed. If it turns, motherfucker, he's like, you're not fucking lying. Well, he goes, it ain't weed. I said, and it ain't cocaine. I was like, it's fucking. He's like, dude. All of a sudden, it went from him trying to take me to jail, and they're like, dude, I've never seen that before. And then, what are you doing out here by yourself? And you have an LA license. I said, dude, I'm a stand-up comedian. I just did a show at the show. I need to get to my flight. He goes, that's fuck. He goes, hey man, where can we find you? I was like, funny man Alex Thomas on Instagram. Can I fucking go?
Let me get to the airport.
Let me finish my sunflower seeds
Can I go
and get
back?
on.
And as he walks away, go, you are a funny motherfucker. I wanted to say, fuck you. But how crazy is that?
Yeah,
they thought that my dill sunflower seeds
There's about an ounce.
was kush.
Yeah.
He watching this. Hopefully he watching this right now.
Hopefully he's
You're
watching.
like, I remember that story. Amy, what's your favorite childhood snack? And I'm gonna do one more and then we'll keep it moving.
I did have something, but then you said that, so it reminded me of like corn chips.
Corn chips?
Yeah.
Fritos?
No, it's like
Nah,
it's in a
corn
bag.
chips
It's
is
literally
different.
like corn.
Like
And you get,
They're
they're
terrible.
hard.
Oh, it doesn't have
Terrible.
like a name like Fritos or
I think
like
it's
Big
No,
like,
Mac.
it's
I don't know if
literally
they
just called
changed the name. but
corn
all I know
chips.
is
It's
corn
called
chips.
corn chips. It's pretty terrible. I
Ugh.
can't believe you
He
What?
said it's pretty terrible.
It's so good. They
As
got-
she said,
they got
she
different
loves it.
flavors too. It's so good. That's
Yeah,
my
Really?
childhood
we'll,
snack,
we'll
yeah.
pause.
Okay.
Alex, give me this, and we'll move on. What if you could become an expert in anything instantly? What would it be?
If I could be an expert in anything, it's gonna sound so crazy. It's the wild part of me. It would be. It's not the word. I don't know. The word is not astrology. It is the aeronautical. As a kid, it's gonna sound silly as shit.
No.
I was infatuated with rocket ships.
Okay.
And people that go to the moon,
Yeah.
astronauts.
Yeah.
And I always silently, if I had to been a comedian or fucking actor, I was
You
like,
want to be at NASA?
motherfucker, I would love to be in NASA and
Yeah.
just really be able to go like, hey y'all gonna be out of town this weekend? I'm gonna be outer space. This
Yeah,
weekend.
yeah.
Where you going this weekend? I don't know, Mercury, Mars.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna holler at y'all Monday. I'll be back. You know what I mean? I'm just
Right.
take my spaceship out to the Milky Way real quick and shit.
Yeah.
Does that sound weird?
No.
Okay.
That's real.
I think
That's-
everybody
whatever,
wants to go to
space.
space at one point in time. Roy, you want to work space at some point?
Sure.
See,
He said sure.
Yeah.
Where like if you have a specific place in space you want to go, like Mars or Jupiter, or
Ooh, he been waiting.
B, I would
you
say
just want to be floating around.
B, I would say Pluto. No, I'm just fucking. I don't fucking know. I just wanted to go out
want
of
to be out there.
Out of here.
out of here. Right, exactly.
Amy, give it to me. If you could become an expert in anything instantly.
Ooh, that's a great question. I don't know. I never thought about that.
She said, I don't know, Long Beach.
Cars.
Okay.
Cars is
What'd you
cool.
say?
Like a mechanic or like really
Like driving.
Wait, what was that
Like
question
Fast and
again?
Furious.
If you can become
Yeah, like
an
Fast and
expert
Furious,
in
like-
anything expert.
Oh,
so
in
like-
cars.
You know those NASCAR
so like
drivers?
yeah, like you said, like
NASCAR.
Fast
Like a
and
race
Furious.
car driver.
Yeah, I love driving fast.
Yeah,
okay.
that's a good
Oh,
one.
She goes, I love
we'll
driving
keep that in
fast.
mind. Don't get in the car with her. I do not like getting in the car with people that drive fast, bro. Like we're not in no rush, bro.
You're like me,
Because you're not from
KP.
LA, that's why.
No, bro,
Everybody
just
in LA
take it
is in
easy.
a rush.
KP, I think you and me have something in common.
Bro, I'm not.
No, you just got pulled over for speeding
touche.
last week.
No,
Thank
but no, but you know what? That night, I feel like I had an excuse because I was trying to get to the airplane and I knew I had a 3-hour drive. But I'm just saying, on the regular,
Right,
even in like my 20s and 30s, I was never that speed guy. I always
hate
like
that, yo.
SUVs, cars. I just like to ride.
Do
I'm-
the speed limit.
You know what I mean?
please, bro.
I'm not a race car dude. I'd rather have a fly ass car and chill.
Cruise.
Saying, I'll get in the car and just cruise. Just
Yeah.
That's
sometimes
me.
Just
That's
That's
me.
why I like riding.
Smoke
He
my
don't.
weed
He
and
not.
just
He
cruise
not.
slow.
He'll cruise.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I got other homeboys. They been here like, bro, like, we trying to race cars and shit. Like,
Thank you.
What are we doing? This is you, bro. Auntie,
You trying to
I'm
race
here
down
trying to
Ventura, my
race.
guy.
Oh, so you have homies that you be like, nigga, is there a helmet in here I can wear?
I've had homies pull me over. I put them over like, hey yo, hey drop me off.
let me out.
Right.
Okay,
For real.
no, there's
For
a
real,
difference
KP.
between being
I'ma
restless
call it
and
Uber.
fast.
Yeah, I don't know what you own, bro.
Yeah.
Moving on. Movies and models, as you may know, show. You know, we like to talk movies. We like to talk TV.
Okay.
I know comedy is your thing, but besides comedy, what's your favorite genre?
Oh, okay. Well, outside. Well, I actually have two things. I love documentaries, but that's
Okay.
not movies.
I mean, no, that documentaries.
I-
People love documentaries. Brandon loves documentaries.
I am a documentary freak, but if we have to leave documentary freaks out, I love action.
Okay,
Because my thing is sports, comedy, documentary, and then action's kind of last.
got you. Actually,
You know what I
Have
mean?
you checked out that documentary I just saw? Number one on the call sheet. I think Jamie and
You know what? That's my next one I'm gonna get
That's
on.
on my
it just
I
dropped-
haven't seen it
they
yet.
just
Me and my wife
They
are gonna
just
watch
dropped
that.
the first 2 episodes.
Yeah.
So
I
it's,
fucking love. You know what? I think I love documentaries because I'm just so into history. Number one, and I'm really into people's processes. And whatever you did, I don't care if you were the greatest soccer player, hockey player, doctor, politician, or you were a civil rights activist. I love. How did you get there? Yeah. What did you do? What was your process? How did you stay focused? I just appreciate greatness, man. I never knock people for, and I'm not the kind of guy to act like I know it all. Like I'm blown away by astronauts.
Yeah.
I would love to sit down with an astronaut and be like, what's that shit feel like to float in?
Man.
You know what I mean? Like
For real.
I just really want to know.
like that feeling when you get into the upper atmosphere and you turn back and look and you just
Right.
see Earth and that bit. What
Right.
the fuck is
Right.
that? Can you imagine, bro? Like, yo, this is crazy.
Right.
Earth is right. That's wild.
Right. So imagine, somebody out down here that just smokes good weed.
Yeah.
And they be like, well, I can tell you what it feel like to be high. No, I'm talking about a different type of high.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So.
Amy, what's your favorite genre?
Romance.
Oh, you.
Oh, Amy.
Wow.
I know it's typical, but
Helpless
it's so
romance.
like,
Oh my God.
I'm just a girl.
Like,
Yeah.
what's one of your favorite
he
romantic
said, "I'm just a
movies?
girl."
I'm just a girl.
51st Dates
Oh,
with Adam
okay.
Sandler.
Yeah.
That's one of Adam's
See, that's
best.
comedy and...
That
and,
is. So you like rom-coms?
Yeah.
What's it called?
Like a
Yeah.
rom-com,
Rom-coms.
romantic comedy?
Gotcha.
Rom-com.
Is that the word they use?
You should know this.
But I never heard that word. You learn something
Never
new
heard
every day.
rom-com?
Rom-coms.
Rom-com, romantic
You
comedy.
learn something
Romantic
new every day.
comedies. And Adam
I mean, I know romantic, but I never knew.
Yep.
That's like that shit on Instagram right now. IY.
What's that?
If you know, you know. Nigga, I think you gotta understand. You're talking to a dude
Yeah.
that was here.
You gotta learn all the
before
abbreviations.
Facebook,
There's a
Yeah.
lot of
before
them now.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Nigga, I was famous before there was a such thing as the internet.
Yeah.
So I'm learning every day.
Yeah.
Rom-com.
Rom-com.
New shit every day. I know.
Rom-com,
I'm gonna
yeah.
use that word today.
Yeah.
Baby, let's turn on a rom-com right quick and shit. What the fuck is
Brandon, I don't have anything.
podcast did you go to today? Speaking a new language.
Brandon, we normally go in the Hollywood hot seat, which is like what's going on in entertainment, the latest. I don't really have anything, but I do want to piggyback because this is happening right now. I sent it to you earlier, Brandon. You were talking about dads and being present in your child's
Black
life,
Dads
etc.
Club.
So there is one thing that's happening on the internet right now. Basketball player Anthony Edwards, who paid all his child support up front one day
I just saw that
because he
today.
didn't want to fuck with old girl
I
anymore.
just saw
I saw
that
that.
today.
How do you feel about that? Because the story behind it, he paid her $100,000 to go get an abortion.
Right.
She didn't go get the abortion.
Is that how much abortions are?
Absolutely not. He was being generous.
Are there more than that?
No. They're way cheaper than that.
I
I never did that
I
shit.
think it was like $300 or something. $400.
So
I
why
don't
did he
remember.
pay
Oh, he was
$100,000?
being nice. Here you go, baby.
Gave her a little tip on the
Gave her a
side.
little- yeah.
Okay.
But she took the money, didn't go get it.
Other than giving his tip.
Yeah. Exactly. And
Giving her the tip.
She decided to keep the baby. He didn't want anything to do with the baby. So instead, he's like, look, here's all the money up front. Don't bother me. How do you feel about
He said it
Okay.
like that.
situations
First things first.
He said it, but Anthony Edwards, he says this. He said, look, because girls be releasing the text message. He said, I don't want the baby. I don't want it. I don't want nothing to do with you. I told you I don't want no kid, blah, blah, blah. And they still go on and have, regardless.
I'm happy.
Some people are torn between the two.
How do
because
you
it's
feel
like,
about that
yeah.
whole thing?
So here we go. First
Especially
off,
the pops.
First of all, to all the young superstars coming up, whether you're in the NBA, the NFL, I don't care if you're
She's 40.
Hey, I don't care if you're the dope boy on the corner. There's this thing. I don't know if you heard of it. It's called condoms. Okay, that's
Oh,
that's
yeah?
the first thing. And there's this other
They
thing.
still have those?
They still have those. You would think they don't. And then there's this thing I like to say. It's called pull out.
That's tough.
That don't work.
See that?
That's tough.
Pull it out, God damn it! Because at the end of the day, Fellas that are watching right now, you got to learn from other people's mistakes. Every chick on the planet don't deserve the baby. Okay, that one you with big booty twerking on Instagram. Okay, the one you met at the gym. Okay, the one you met in the club. You just running up in them raw. What happens is, it's called procreation. You end up making a baby, and then you end up with shit like this. So Anthony Edwards, just, I think it's brilliant what he did. He's kind of changing the game.
He is changing
and I'm gonna
the
tell
game,
you why. I'm gonna give you all the money up front because I know your dumbass is probably gonna blow it in a goddamn year.
And
that's gonna be your fault.
That million about to be gone in 3 months.
Absolutely.
That's the Gucci store, the Fendi store, the goddamn Range Rover dealership.
Ain't gonna go to the kid now one
It
bit.
ain't gonna go to the kid, and that's her dumbass fault. But then again, it comes down to choosing who the fuck you lay down with.
She's also 40. He's 23. Do you feel that these older women now are preying on?
First of all, they've always preyed on him.
Yeah.
I hate to be extremely real right now,
Yeah.
but hoes have been around since the beginning of time. You know, whether you were Marvin Gaye, whether you were Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
It was going down back then. But my thing is this. They're gonna all women, and not knocking all women. I'm just out of respect for you being here.
Yeah.
Money attracts women. I don't give a fuck what your genre is, what you do in life. If you're a doctor, excuse my language, that there's nurses that want to suck your dick. You get what I'm saying? If you're an athlete, the cheerleaders want to fuck you. I mean, we can keep going. We're comedians. Anytime women are attracted to men, power, money. It's gonna always happen, but it's like somebody you would hope. Obviously, he didn't. He doesn't have that big bro or that mentor.
No.
Or maybe that dad in his life to go, yo, man, have fun, get your money, but
be
don't
cautious.
do dumb shit. Because what's going to happen is you're going to end up with 8 of these.
Yeah, he got
Every city you're going to go to, you're going to hit something to get them pregnant. That shit's not impressive. It's not a good thing. I'm trying not to say names.
Not a flex.
Yeah. But dudes with 14 baby mamas and 19 kids, I don't give a fuck if you have $1 billion in the bank. At the end of the day, there's no way, back to Black Dads Club or any dad, there's no, people like women, you need time. You need attention. You need to be in their lives. Let's just take Christmas. Nigga, you're one person. Can you be at 14 of your children's Christmas morning?
Bring them all together. They gotta have
Unless
one
you do
big
that,
Christmas.
and if you
That's
can,
what Nick Cannon gonna do. He gonna bring one big.
don't
more
do
power
that.
to
He
you.
don't
However
do
you can
that.
pull it off.
He don't do that. He bounce around.
Hey,
Only be in one.
So
Money
going back,
but did that make sense with anything I said?
no, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's another dude. I gotta say one. I'm sorry, I'm all over.
Say it, no.
Because he brought up something else. This just shows I'm really out the loop, but I just found out about him. I just saw the clip on the internet the other day. You said Moneybag Yo. It's another one.
I didn't even know that.
Young
What he do?
YB.
NBA YoungBoy.
NBA Youngboy. When I found this shit out,
He got about
you know
16
me,
kids.
I always turned it into comedy.
Yeah.
So that somebody be like, are you hip to NBA Youngboy? I'm like, yeah, I heard of him, but so the deal with him is, I believe this is when he was 21. By 21, he already had 10 kids.
Yep.
Right? And I was like, what is NBA Youngboy? It stands for Never Broke Again. I said, and I did the math. I said, Never Broke Again, 21, 10 kids. Oh yeah, he'll be broke by Christmas.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, I don't care if you have I think they think just because they so-called have money, the money's going to run dry, and you're just going to look like either another fucking deadbeat dad or another irresponsible nigga.
Yeah. He don't care. NBA YoungBoy really don't care.
Well, that's his fault.
But he has Floyd now. Because he had a baby.
that's
His
the
last
baby.
baby. That's the last one. So
Yeah. And Floyd is giving him money because he's broke again.
because he has.
So what I said is the truth?
he
He went broke again, I believe it.
He on his way without. If he don't make any, he got to get back out to making more music. But he gets in trouble so much with the law that it's very, very tough. He has to spend so much money beating these cases.
Yeah, he'll find out the hard way.
Was there a story? Now that we're on hoes, was there a story? Maybe back once when you're coming up or when you're in the thick of things, when you're hot,
Right.
you feel that you're at your prime moment.
Yeah.
Maybe it's on the Fox show. Maybe it's that era.
Before the kids and the
was-
wife.
Yeah, before the kids and the wife.
It
Gotta
was
make
that
that clear.
time, yes.
Yeah.
And my wife knows. She understands I was a dirty whore before I met her.
Oh yeah, tell us about
But
it.
she understands it.
Yeah.
Yo, baby, I had to do what I had to do
You
to
have to
become the
do.
man that I am today.
Absolutely.
And all my boys were like, nigga, there's no way you're ever gonna get married.
Yeah.
And I thought I wasn't either, because I was really heavy in them streets. I was heavy in them streets.
Was there a moment though in those streets that you was like, yo, I I can't be fucking with it. Like you turned down a situation.
It was
Do
literally
you remember?
like
do
that.
you remember a moment where you turned down a situation?
It was literally like that. Because you got to understand the people I was around on a daily basis. I was
Who's you
around
around?
Will Smith every day.
Woo.
I was around Jamie Foxx every day.
Yee.
I was around Martin every day.
Woo.
I was around the Wayans brothers every day.
Oh, they getting
Remember,
old.
everybody that I mentioned, remember, I either worked on their shows,
Yep.
wrote their shows, behind their shows,
Yep.
and I was just the little young comedian coming up that everybody loved, right? And how do I say it? They couldn't fuck them all.
Yeah, could not. Fuck 'em. You have to take
They
the.
needed assistance.
They gotta have assistance.
And that's where I came into play. I was like, I don't know, can I stand up and do something real quick? I was like, okay, you remember, I don't know if you guys know anything about porn.
I've seen it.
Not
Okay,
at
so
all.
porn, on every porn set, there's a guy called a stunt dick.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You guys know, you know what a stunt dick is?
I didn't know it was a stunt. I
You
know.
know what a
I know.
stunt dick is?
No,
I know they
I
got
had no
fluffers.
idea.
I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know.
Now,
that.
fluffers,
I
it's a
have no
damn
idea.
shame that I know all this about porn.
Yeah,
But then
this is
again, my
crazy.
wife knows who I used to hang out
Okay.
with. So look,
All right.
yeah, Mr. Mark is a good friend of mine. Yeah, Lex can steal, good
Oh,
buddies.
yeah.
Okay.
Legends.
They're the goats.
Used to hang out with them.
Legends.
They're the goats of fucking. Yes,
They are
yes.
legends, Patrick.
Brother, I could be here for 9 hours giving you guys stories, but I know
Okay.
you only have an hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So look, here it goes. So fluffers on the porn set when the star either can't get hard
Yep.
or the scene. Oh, Jesus, come on, man! I need 2 more inches
Yeah,
for
yeah.
this scene.
Yeah.
Call the fluffer in.
Yep, and they come
Amy,
in.
get in here real quick. You
Yep,
know what I mean? So
yep.
Amy comes
Amy.
in,
Pop,
does her
pop,
thing.
pop, pop.
All right, your star's back.
Yeah.
Let's roll 'em.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
But the stunt dick is when the star just can't. So we about to act this shit out, right?
Okay.
You're the director.
Wait, okay.
You're the director.
All right.
I'm gonna hand out the scene.
Brandon, directed.
Yeah, yeah.
So we about to act it out.
Just so my
God
joke,
damn.
just so my
All
joke
right,
works.
yeah.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. You're the director. You're the star.
Okay.
Say you're fucking Mr. Marcus,
Okay.
and you're tearing this chick up,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But for some reason, like your shit won't get up right now. It's only
Okay.
because you probably got a bunch of pussy
Been
this
here-
morning
been
or
here for
whatever.
hours.
it is.
Yeah, yeah,
You're
yeah.
still a fucking star, but you can't get it up.
Yeah.
So here's the scene. He's in the middle of tearing this chick up, right? And then I want you, before you do it, I want you to give me a cut, right? And like KP, what's going on here, man? We need you,
Yeah.
right? And KP, I just need you to go, Brian, man, look, dude, I did all I can, and you know what I mean? I'm just burnt out right now. When he says burnt out right now,
We're making a
you be
skit.
like, bring in the stunt dick.
Yeah.
Right? And then that's when I'll come in.
All right, let's do it.
All right? So you got your scenes ready?
Yep. All
Ready,
right,
and go.
Cut. KP, what the fuck is going on?
Bro, let me
You're
tell
not
you something.
performing.
I'm gassed out. I've been going for hours. I can't do anymore.
It's not enough. You know what? Bring in the stunt dick.
All right, here we go, guys. Hey, how you guys doing? All right. You good, man?
Hey, man, thank you
go
so
get
much.
go get some Gatorade or something.
yeah.
I'm gonna put myself
You ready? You
together.
warmed up?
Yeah, I'm warmed up.
All
What's
right.
the situation here?
Action. What?
That's the stunt dick. Like he's like you know baseball?
That's the thing.
Yeah, the
Do you know
pitch hitter.
baseball
The pitch hitter.
when your starter
Yeah.
can only go 6 innings, you're like, man, you did a great job.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
gave us 6 innings. Bring in the lefty. Yeah, we need our relief pitcher. That's the stunt dick.
They
Yeah.
have that?
So I say all that to say,
No one notices
I
that they
was-
switched out
I was
characters.
that guy in the 90s.
Oh, that's-
Yeah, I was the guy that was.
yeah.
Yeah, and I was amongst some of the baddest ones on the planet. And yeah, that's how I kind of got initiated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't
I
do
was
that
that guy.
anymore in these times.
I was
okay?
I was a stunt cock for a few
Yeah.
years.
And we've never heard of this. He's flabbergasted.
I know. You're like, who the fuck are we sitting down with right now? He mentioned all these.
Yeah, I'll watch that.
I'm
first.
kind of a big deal, but yeah. But
Speaking of which,
I'm exaggerating when I say stunt dick, but I was just giving you guys an example of it was the wild, wild west. Being famous on TV, movies in the 90s, it was a great time. I got to learn so much from those
how did you
dudes.
get there? That's what we want to go to. Give me. You don't have to give me the beginning, but give me.
Give me the beginning.
You want the beginning?
Well,
Everyone wants the
I'll just
beginning.
give you the quickest, fastest story.
Okay.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, one of the greatest TV shows of all time. I was very,
My favorite.
I was very lucky to be a writer on one of the greatest shows of all time.
I didn't even know that.
Last 4 seasons, 93 to 97.
Best season.
I just happened to be a young stand-up comic. I went up amateur night at the Laugh Factory. I had to do 3 minutes that night. I probably didn't even have 2 minutes and 30 seconds of jokes. I stood that day in a 14-hour line right outside the wall of the Laugh Factory just to go up and do 3 minutes on amateur night. I'd only been doing comedy 6 months. Got off stage, Will Smith was sitting in the front row of the lounge.
wow.
And right when I got off stage, he was like, yo, man, you real funny, man. My name is. I was like, I know who the fuck you are.
Yeah, we know.
You Will Smith.
I've known you since the 80s.
Right. He goes,
First
yeah,
one to
man.
get a Grammy.
Yeah, I got this brand new TV show, and I'm like, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I watch it every week. It had only been on 2 years at that time.
Yeah.
He goes, let me ask you a question. He's like, do you write? I'm like, do you have a pen?
I do now.
He goes, do you think you could come down and help us with some funny stuff like what I saw on stage tonight? I was like, hold on, let me check my schedule. Yes, I'm available. He's like, when do you think you can come down? I'm like, shit, now?
You need me now?
Yeah. Can I get a ride with you? I caught the bus up to this bitch.
Oh, shit, yeah.
The next day, I was at NBC
Wow.
in Burbank.
Yeah.
On the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air as a brand new kid that didn't know nothing. And that's why I always thank him. He was the first to put a real check in my pocket.
So he really,
Nice.
you can really credit him, Will Smith, with finding you?
He's the
Kinda-
genesis of your story.
No, he is.
Realistically, yes.
He is because that just opened all the Hollywood doors. I'm just going to work being funny and writing funny shit every day. I didn't know that the world was watching. We didn't know this was going to end up being one of the greatest TV shows all time.
All
To this
time.
day, I'll be in Europe performing. I'll be in Alabama. I'll be in Texas somewhere, and someone will come up to me and go, like a foreign person.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my God, I learned how to speak English from watching the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, like in their country. You know what I mean? I didn't realize, when I heard that J. Cole line, first things first, rest in peace, Uncle Phil. For real. You the only father that I ever knew. And I'm like, damn, I was with James Avery every single day.
You was writing his shit
I was
to make
writing
him
his
the,
shit.
to make him the father.
Right.
that
And
he is.
again, I didn't realize there was a whole generation of young black men. It's unfortunate. I get chills when I talk about it. The only time they saw what a dad or an uncle like that is when they turned on the TV and saw Uncle Phil, or when they saw Bill Cosby on the Cosby Show. That was their only.
Uncle Phil raised a generation.
Absolutely.
I didn't realize that. I was just writing I was fortunate to grow up with my dad.
Yeah.
Will grew up with his dad.
Yeah.
That's why Will and I got along so well, because the same way he grew up in Philly was very similar to the way that I grew up here in South Central LA. So.
Do you think, just hearing your story of how you just went to the Laugh Factory, you were on amateur night, and boom, you got discovered. Does that still happen? Like, how in the 90s people could just get discovered and then be put on, and I don't see as many
Especially from stand-up.
success. Not that
Matt
you're.
Rife.
It's not. It's never. I never would say it's an overnight success.
Right.
Because
Because it didn't happen.
You probably put in 10 years of work before that.
Oh,
night.
yeah. Well, it's crazy you bringing that up, because you got to understand, as a writer, they don't see your face.
Right.
So it's one of the biggest shows of all time. Still, no one knows who I am, because I'm not on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I'm just the dude behind it writing it. Right. But what it did was it gave me a job, a real job, while I was. So this is all going on where at the same time I'm still the young stand-up comedian. I'm still on this brand new show called Def Comedy Jam.
Great show.
I'm still on this brand new show called Comic View and all
Great
this
show.
with DL and all this. So I'm still the young up and coming comedian. But the reason I was never able, a lot of people didn't notice, they wanted me to go on the Def Comedy Jam tours. They wanted me to tour around the country with Cedric the Entertainer and DL, with Comic View and all that. I was just the only young comic with a real job. I had to be home every Monday morning, like a 9 to 5. I was at NBC to Friday.
And you're not risking that.
Right, I'm not risking. Number one, it was a real job.
It's a real job.
And
Consistent check.
And with a consistent check, it allowed me to still go out on auditions. So people are like, damn, I used to see you in so many commercials and TV shows, because I didn't have to go on the road as a stand-up, as a young comic. Like, I'm gonna name 2, 3, 4 names that you all know, that it's like, nothing against them. I love these names I'm gonna mention, but kind of like all they had was stand-up. That is the black comics that all the black world knows. The Arnaz J's, the Bruce Bruces, the Earthquakes, the Melanie Camachos, the all the kind of, before they didn't do TV and movies as quick as I did. So really all they had was stand-up, which was great, because every single one of them incredible comics. Definitely. But I was that dude that was kind of like embedded in Hollywood. They eventually came back to Hollywood, but I was literally embedded in Hollywood on a real TV show, doing stand-up, going out on auditions, doing TV shows, doing movies. So I was doing it all. When I found out at a young age, there's a whole lot of ways you can get money in Hollywood. Sign me up for all that shit. Yeah. I'm doing animation.
Yeah.
I'm producing.
Yeah.
I'm writing.
Yeah.
I'm doing stand-up.
Yeah.
I'm doing commercials. I'm doing voiceovers.
Yeah.
I'm doing it all, and that's
That's
what
you've been
created
doing.
Alex Thomas.
Yeah.
You did voiceovers?
I've been on Family Guy, probably one of the biggest cartoons of all time.
Really?
I've been on that for the last 15 years. I'm what's called recurring.
Recurring character.
Meaning I'm not on it every week. So Seth and them, they did like 300 episodes. I've only been on like 40 or 50 episodes, so I'm not on it.
Which is still
Only?
which is,
Yeah.
Only.
I'm recurring. I'm
Yeah.
recurring on, and then my animated series right now, we are #1 on Netflix for Black children in America. It's called Motown Magic. I don't know if anybody in this room has kids, but it's the whole history of Motown.
You know, we from Detroit, so we love. I grew up on Motown.
Smokey
Patrick,
Rob-
you grew up on Motown, right?
Absolutely. People
gotta
of
make
a
sure.
certain age, like if you're 35 and older, you know Motown, right? But so Smokey Robinson's executive producer.
Oh my.
And every single episode, we've done 52 episodes so far. Every single episode is a different Motown song.
Oh, don't.
But I'm one of the stars of the show. So if you went on Netflix right now, anybody Google Motown Magic, you're gonna see a convertible red 1965 Cadillac.
Yeah.
And that's me. I'm Jimmy Mack.
Nice.
I'm on every episode. But my children, my kids are 9, 7, 3. It's like not just because it's daddy, they
Like the show.
love it because remember, they would know nothing about Motown.
Yeah.
But they now know every Motown song, so it's educational. Animation, I just found it, like, it's so funny, man. I'll be standing next to a dude I've known 25 years. He could be a homie I grew up with. And I used to do a joke for years about how black folks don't read credits.
Yeah, we shit.
Right?
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Black folks don't read credits.
Yeah.
I'll be at a country club, standing next to my homie that I grew up with, and it'll be a random white guy. That will just, I'm talking liquid paper white.
Yeah.
I'm talking K-Swiss, new Air Force Ones right out the
Yeah.
box white.
Yeah.
And he'll come up to me like, excuse me, bro, but can I just tell you, fucking love you on Family Guy.
Yeah.
The Black Dolphins. Oh my God. My wife and I love that. The nigga that's known me 25 years.
And you was on Family Guy?
Nigga, you was on Family Guy. How was you on that motherfucker? Like, and this is
I watched that
exactly
before.
what you're damn near my cousin, nigga, and you don't know.
Yeah.
Because animation, again,
different.
you don't see me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was a writer on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, you didn't see me.
You don't see.
Black folks know me from my TV shows and movies, but white people read credits. They're like, oh my God, you were on,
done
you were on
this
King of the
list.
Hill, you were on
Yeah.
da-da-da-da, you were da-da. And when black people say, I'm not even going to bring it up. The checks come, nigga, but I'm not even bringing it up. Yeah.
How did you get to one of my favorite shows as well, Jamie Foxx Show?
How'd I get to the Jamie
How
Foxx
did you get
show?
to the Jamie Foxx? Did you transition immediately from Fresh Prince? I think it was about
Great
the same-
question.
Yeah.
Great question. So after Fresh Prince, man, when I tell you just every door open, you just think about every black show that came after that.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I'm about to name every show that I either worked on, was on, or a part of. And you're probably gonna know every one of them.
I will for sure. Amy not gonna know shit.
Shoot him.
Wayans Brothers, 4 years.
Loved it.
Living Single, 4 years.
Loved it.
My Wife and Kids.
I loved it.
Moesha.
Uh-huh.
The Parkers.
Yep.
Like damn near everything black.
Yep.
Yeah.
All the hits
Oh, they all came
that
out like the
came
same time.
afterwards.
Yep.
Living Single.
Yep.
I was on all that. So I was either in it, on it, writing
Right.
it, doing. I was to some capacity, but that again, I always thank Will from that because that sparked a whole generation of like, oh, black shows can be successful on TV also. Shout out to the Wayans brothers.
And you had that
know.
Fresh Prince credit to be like, okay,
Absolutely.
you were on Fresh Prince. Oh yeah, we need
That
that
show's
sauce
super
over here.
successful. We gotta have
Yeah,
it.
we need that
Man,
sauce over
1:30 in the morning last night. Don't ask me why my 9-year-old daughter was up. And she's like, Daddy, you're on TV. I was like, what am I on? I walked in there and it was like an episode of Martin.
Yeah.
here. Yeah.
And I played his ghetto cousin Compton Payne.
Yeah.
Something I'd be forgetting how many shows I
So
either did an
many, yeah.
appearance on
Yeah.
or something like that. But it was just me going, look, man, I am not trying to go back to having a regular job.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No. Especially when you've touched, just a tad
Right.
bit of what it's like on this side of things.
And as far as Jamie goes, Jamie I just met as a comedian out in the clubs. He just took a liking to a young new nigga that's funny. And next thing I know, I'm kind of rolling around with him, and I go work out at the Laugh Factory. He's going up that night. But Jamie was so dope.
Yeah.
This is one reason I respect him so much. As big as he was still hitting those hole-in-the-wall comedy spots. That's what I love about Chris Rock. That's what I love about Dave Chappelle. Yeah, them niggas will sell out a stadium. But I will show up to a coffee shop with 10 people in it, and all the young comics are like, "What are you doing here?
Yeah.
Trying out a new joke just like you?" But the difference is, this is all you got right now. It's
the same
Not
process.
knocking it, because I was there at one time too.
Absolutely.
Difference is, I got 6 shows in New York this weekend. I'm gonna be in front of 10,000 people, but I need to know if this little joke works.
Yeah. That's how you test them out.
Practice.
That's smart.
A lot of the cats that you know.
Yeah.
A lot of your homies, little comics, they'll be like, "Nigga, what are you doing here? You got some shit happen today."
Putting
at the
in
gym.
work.
I need to go see if this shit works.
Yeah.
I just love it.
Yeah.
And when you really truly love it, you know what I mean? It's in you.
Do you think now, and that's why I never just stand up, because one, I don't think I'm that funny, but also it's a passion and it's an art form that I think a lot of people don't feel the same about, because nowadays you have a lot of influencers who come from doing skits or, you know, social media, and then they jump into stand-up because of what Brandon mentioned earlier. People can get scooped from doing stand-up.
They think the shit's easy, number one.
And that's what I mean.
They
So
think the
give me your
shit's
thought
easy.
process on that, because you being a legend in the game and respecting the craft, I don't
respect
think
it.
a lot of people respect the craft. I think they respect what could come from it.
KP, let's
That
just be
makes sense.
real.
Yeah.
That's how I met you.
Okay.
You got to think about it. I'm one of the OGs that never knocked these Instagram influencer dudes.
Yeah.
I looked at it like, how can I add more tools to my toolbox?
Yeah.
When I started seeing motherfuckers blowing up that aren't funny,
Oh God. Yeah.
Doing the skits.
At all?
You were one of the first comedians to come into the skit world.
come on, man.
Yep.
That's a whole nother 30 minutes. I was doing this shit way before, but I don't even talk like, because then they take it as you being cocky and all that kind of shit. But
Let them. Let them fucking know.
but my point is, when I saw motherfuckers that aren't remotely funny and they were blowing up, I was like, where do you get a load of me? Oh, this is what y'all little new niggas is doing now? Wait till you get a real motherfucker that does this. So when I started seeing guys, you just happen to be one of them that I liked, I respected, I saw what you were doing, and remember, I found out about you through this.
Yeah.
So my whole thing is, to answer your questions, there are the ones that I respect, like yourself. I can name other guys.
Jot that down, y'all. Okay. Patrick.
There are
that as a
guys.
thumbnail,
Clip
baby.
that out. There are guys that I respect. You know what I mean? The DC Young Flies, the King Batches. You know, like I can't. You know, there's a bunch of other. What's the Desi Banks and all the guys that. Yeah, you did this little sketch and sketch stuff, but you did realize stand-up comedy's different.
Different.
It's an art form.
Yes, it is.
It's some shit you have to put time into, and you can learn. If you learn that too, then it all makes sense to why you are calling yourself comedians. Because I don't have respect for a motherfucker that can be funny for 30 seconds on this thing, and he ain't got 30 seconds of jokes on stage.
Yep, there we go.
Because
That's what I want.
because the mic don't lie.
Yeah.
I've done shows. I'll never forget. I'm not gonna say the name. But
Say the name.
No, because I'm not that dude to be like starting wars and beefs and all.
War going.
Man, I don't have my gun on me right now.
That's okay.
And now I'm gonna have to hire security.
Yeah, I mean,
But I'm in the. I don't know what city I was in. I'm in fucking Kansas City. It's a sold out show, and it's like for some reason my feature didn't show up.
Okay.
So anybody that didn't understand comedy shows, yes, I'm the headliner.
Absolutely.
I'm going up there and doing 45 minutes to an hour, but you have people that go do 10 and 15 minutes up front. Just, get the crowd going.
Yeah.
Didn't show up. Owner walks in the room and says, "Hey man, we got such and such here. I've never heard of him." He's like, "He's huge. He's big on social media."
Yeah.
This guy's got 11 million followers. Yeah. Super funny. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Can he do 10 minutes? I don't give a fuck if your mama
10
can
minutes
do.
is a long time.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck if your
too,
mama can do 10 minutes. I just need somebody to go out there and make these people laugh before I go and do my shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, let him go. All right, great. That nigga that had
Crickets.
11 million followers didn't have 11 minutes of jokes.
Yeah.
Basically
and the audience
got
let him
booed
know.
off the stage.
I want to know who it is now.
No, because the truth is that
Let us know.
this is a fake sense of funny sometimes.
Absolutely.
This
For
is
sure.
a fake sense of success.
Yep.
Nothing against, but while I'm being real.
No, but yeah.
Just because you take pictures don't make you a model. Just because you have an iPhone and iTunes doesn't make you a DJ. Just because you can spit a freestyle for 10 seconds on this motherfucker
Yeah,
does not make you a rapper.
Yeah.
But this will make you feel like it.
Yeah.
Because when you post it, shit, we talking about.
Yeah.
18,000 people like that. So
Yeah.
fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm a rapper.
Yeah.
And the album's coming out on Thursday.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
No, dude. It's instant. They want it quick. They want it fast. But here's the beautiful thing. I started having people going, does that bother you? But these Instagram comedians and I was like, no, I'll put 10 of them up in front of me. Let the audience see who the real fucking comedian is.
Yeah. Yeah.
The audience doesn't lie.
At all.
He couldn't get through 2 minutes.
Yeah, they need to bring back the Apollo.
Yeah. That's the truth.
They need to bring the fucking Apollo
Fucking
back.
boo their asses off.
For real.
And then I go up there, get a standing ovation for an hour. Motherfuckers need oxygen. Because they're laughing so hard. Yeah, man, you could say I'm being cocky, but I'm a real fucking comedian.
But it's
Well,
not-
And the blood, sweat, and tears of the work that I put in shows it.
I have a question for you.
What the fuck do you want? I'm just playing. I'm just
Is it
playing,
because
Amy.
they're not funny, or is because they're intimidated by the crowd?
Say that one more time.
Is it because they're not funny, or is it because they're intimidated by the crowd?
Okay, first things first. Great question.
Yeah.
A crowd is part of what fucking stand-up comedy is. See, the difference with this is there's no truth.
Yeah.
There's nobody saying that wasn't good. There's nobody saying that wasn't funny. There's nobody directing that. No, it's you going, I'm going to do 45 takes till I feel it. No, stand-up is instant gratification. If all y'all sat in one bunk and I had to perform to y'all, there's no second take. There's no, I was intimidated by, no, that's a part of the art form. That's why it's always been known as the hardest art form on the planet.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
And
I'm
people
up there butt
respect
naked.
it. Yep.
I don't have a bad bitch sitting next to me.
Yeah, and we
I don't have a
sit there like,
director.
make me laugh
yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
Yeah. I don't have a director that's telling me, cut, take it from the top, Alex. Do it like this. There's no hair, makeup, work. No, it's just me by myself in a room full of strangers. Walk in there, here's the mic, make them laugh. So to these young guys, these Instagram dudes, I respect the ones that go, hey man, I do what I do. I couldn't do what y'all do.
Yeah.
Then that's at least respect. Just don't call yourself a comedian. Say, I'm a funny guy.
Yep.
I'm an influencer.
Yep.
I get it. Influencers, a new lane. Shout out to all the guys that have found a way to make money. So I don't want anybody to think.
No, let
that I'm
them
not
think
gonna- I just don't want you to call yourself a comedian.
Yes.
And you're not.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's always been my gripe when it comes to stand up and people respecting the art form and the craft because like I said, we see so many influencers now get up there because they got a little fame. People laughing at what they put on social media. And they think they can do it.
And they think they can sell
And they
tickets.
think they can sell and a lot of them, honestly, they do sell tickets.
They're pulling
They
it
get
off for a little
They
bit.
get it. They go in for the money, but also they trying to hoping somebody sees
They
them,
will
hoping
get
to go
cast.
viral.
They will
and
get
hoping
cast
they
and
get cast in
take
something.
maybe a role that you could have had on a TV
Right.
show or a movie.
Or they freestyle. Here's a little trick that they think they're getting away with. Only us real comics know. Oh yeah, I was just doing crowd work.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah,
I was just
That's what
playing with
everybody-
you.
that's what everybody does.
Crowd work.
That's called you don't have any material. Now, crowd work is a part of it.
Crowd work, yeah.
That's like one reason. I'm gonna give you an example. One reason I personally love Jay-Z, right?
Okay.
That dude can write an amazing song, a hit and an anthem, but also nigga throwing a beat real quick.
Yeah, go crazy.
He'll rip your fucking head off because he's a real fucking rapper. But at the end of the day, what are we all doing this for? We're doing this to have a hit record.
Yes.
You're doing it so the world sings your song. You know how many dudes, and again, I always preface these things because people take it the wrong way. I'm not knocking every nigga on every street corner in America that can freestyle. Well, that nigga such that he rip a nigga head off. Great.
Yeah.
Everybody can freestyle.
Right. It's a lot of
But nigga, is he in this to freestyle or is he in it to get a hit album?
And they
Can he write a song?
You should be in it for
Can
the
he-
song.
Why are we doing this?
Yeah.
Are we in it to be funny for 30 seconds? Or are you in it to be a famous comedian that was able to sell out all over the world and then do TV shows and movies? What are we in this for? All this that you're hearing me is kind of like I'm screaming out trying to teach that next young dude.
Yeah.
I'm not knocking that dude that thought he could sell tickets because he had 30 million followers. Yeah, you actually lied to him tonight. You're not going to be able to come back to him because anybody knows it ain't easy to have an hour of material.
At all.
And at the end of it,
At all.
and at the end of the day, you can only fuck with the crowd so much. Yes, it's a part of it. I'm one of the best of them. I'll go if I went to Detroit tomorrow night.
Yeah.
At the Fox Theater.
Yeah.
5,000 people. And yeah, I'm doing an hour, but I might fuck around with the crowd for a few minutes and get back into my app.
Don't play too much in Detroit.
Right. And I have tons of Detroit stories.
Give me one.
Motown. I have actually an incredible, out of this world Motown on stage story.
Give it to me.
It was damn near a tragedy.
Give it to me.
And I don't mind talking about
What are we waiting?
Because nigga, it's the truth.
I want it. I want it.
You guys take it easy. I gotta get out.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. Give me that story.
You know, most people like to only talk about their hits.
No,
Sometimes you gotta talk about those misses and that shit that went bad.
And that's what,
Yeah.
but that's what people need to hear.
And that's the realness of what I'm about to tell you. Detroit,
Detroit is tough.
2003.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Remember it like it was
Sold-out
yesterday.
Yeah.
5,000 people. Fox Theater.
Paint the picture.
I believe, and that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm painting it for you, right?
Yeah.
I want to say, I don't remember. I think it was maybe me, rest in peace, Bernie Mac, Earthquake, Melanie Camacho, and I believe it was Howie Bell.
Oh, I love Howie Bell.
Detroit
He died
comic.
too, I think.
No, not Howie didn't die.
Damn, sorry, Howie.
Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid.
died.
Yeah.
Yo, Kool-Aid. Yeah.
Cool, rest in peace, Kool-Aid. Because I'm down with all the Detroit cats
Yeah.
over the last 20 years. Shout out to Tony Roney and
Yeah.
Tony Robertson,
Tony
everybody
Rob,
from
yeah.
Detroit,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But I'll never forget this, man. So 2003. If you remember, in 2003, throwback jerseys were out of this goddamn world.
I have him.
Nigga, when I tell you I was the king of comedians with throwbacks,
Okay.
I'm that nigga that, like, even Jay-Z and Outkast came up to me once and like, nigga, where'd you get that one?
Yeah.
Like, they were huge for hip-hop. I was the guy that you can fact check this. Def Comedy Jam, Comic View, Jamie Foxx Show. I was rocking throwbacks because I was just truly a sports fan.
Yeah.
So when the style came out, I was like, oh, this is incredible.
This is perfect for me.
So my little thing that year was every city I went to, I wear a throwback jersey from somebody famous in that city.
Nice. Nice. Okay.
Detroit, sold out, crazy. I'm about to kill this shit tonight. I go to the mall, and if you know what I'm about to say, don't say anything
I ain't say
about this
nothing.
particular. Let me finish the
Go
story.
ahead.
My whole thing was, let me find a throwback that ain't nobody got. I don't know how I came across it, but I went in a mall and I saw a Honus Wagner jersey. If you don't know who Honus Wagner is, for all the people watching, one of the most famous baseball players in baseball history.
Okay.
He was a Detroit Tiger. I believe he was like the first baseball player to ever hit 3,000 hits.
Okay.
Like literally him, Babe Ruth, Ty Cobb.
Okay.
They were the biggest, whatever, right?
Yep.
Little did I know, he was also one of the most racist motherfuckers. Because we're talking 1800s, early 1900s. I didn't know the history of this thing.
Yeah.
I just bought the fucking jersey.
Right.
But obviously everybody in Detroit knew the history of this motherfucker. I just know I spent $450 a couple hours before to get. I'm thinking I'm about to kill these niggas tonight. Detroit. What up though? Motown.
Yeah.
313
What up,
nigga, let's
though?
go.
Yeah.
What up, though?
Nigga, I go on stage, and I forgot. I don't know if Bernie was the host. I don't remember, but he brought me on stage, and before I could even say hello, they were booing the fuck out of me.
Damn.
I'm talking harsh, vicious. Get the fuck off the stage. Now I know it's not my joke because I ain't told a joke yet.
Yeah. I didn't even say that.
Before the
yet.
joke.
I really don't know. I mean, I'm on TV, nigga. I'm done movies. I'm
Yeah.
like, why the fuck is Detroit boom? I've performed it before. What the fuck is going on? It's a big night. Sold out. And the promoter came up to me on stage, whispered into my ear, yo, he was one of the most racist motherfuckers ever. He hated black people. He hated the fact that Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier. He used to try to slide with his spikes to, like cut black
Damn.
players. And like, he was just, and I was like, nigga, I didn't know that.
How would I know that? How would I know that?
I'm a LA nigga.
Why are they even
I like-
selling the jersey in Detroit?
I like
Yeah,
I know.
that's true, too.
I love baseball, nigga. I didn't know what the fuck.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, I took the mic from, I'm like, Detroit. I had no fucking clue. I'm a nigga from South Central LA.
Yeah.
I love baseball. I have every goddamn throwback jersey. Nigga, I got Jim Brown's Little League jersey. Nigga, I got Dr. J's AYU, I was like, look, fuck, I did not know that. I didn't know that this was a racist motherfucker. So I put the mic in the stand so I could be hands-free. I'm like, I didn't know that he was a da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
I didn't know that da-da-da-da. I said, who got a lighter?
Yeah.
You know what I did for the 5,000 people?
Burnt that shit.
I burnt that motherfucker, lit it on fire right in
On
front
the
of
stage
everybody.
in the Fox.
On stage at the Fox. The fucking, and it worked out perfect because nigga, it almost looked like this was planned.
Yeah.
If the fire people came out and with the fire, standing ovation in 2.5 seconds, and then did my set.
And loved it.
And got I got 2 standing ovations for 2 separate reasons, and it showed them I truly didn't know.
Yeah, you didn't know.
Now at the end of my set, I was like, you know, that was a $450 jersey. But they laughed, but I was like, this the show, like nigga, like really?
Yeah.
Fuck that motherfucker. I now know.
Yeah.
How quick did I flip that shit on the
Hey, you flip that. That would be viral nowadays.
Huh?
That would be
Oh,
viral.
that would have been viral.
Before
That'd be all over the
There wasn't no
shade
cameras in there to
room.
capture.
No cameras in there to capture
They
the
don't
shit.
let you take. They don't let you bring cameras in that much at comedy
You know, they
shows,
tried
so.
it, yeah, but everybody still brings their phones in.
people
But
still get it.
just imagine, that would have been a viral moment. It would have been a heartfelt moment. It would have been like, dude, he truly didn't know. I didn't make this shit up.
Yeah.
I'm really out of $450 cash, but fuck the $450. I'm a black man.
Yeah.
And I love what Jackie Robinson did for this sport in this game. And for you to shit on him and say fuck him and say fuck black people, yeah, nigga, never again. So that was my Detroit story.
I mean, to get to old Detroit, because you know they would have killed you in Detroit.
Nigga, imagine me trying to really
Hey,
still
would've
be up
killed
there
you.
and do, well, fuck y'all. Oh, that would have been a dumb move.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You wouldn't have made it out.
Yeah, I wouldn't have made it out.
You would have made it out. Let me ask you this.
I'm sorry, I've talked about so much shit that you probably
No.
didn't even want to. I know you had a plan.
I didn't have a plan because you
We did
specifically
talk
said
about that,
you
right?
said let's just get up here and talk.
Yeah.
I
like
love a good story.
I wanted it organic, man.
and
I
I'm
do
with
so
that.
many podcasts, and it's just like saying, I'm like, man, let's just come on, man.
This
This
is
is what I
power.
do. Let's roll with it,
Yeah,
nigga.
this
Let's
is
have
power.
fun.
Yeah.
You've been on multiple TV shows.
Yeah.
Who was the worst guest celebrity on the show you've had? Fresh Prince had so many guest celebrities before they was cracking. Jamie Foxx Show has so many. Why you shaking your head, Brandon?
I finished the question.
Who was the worst to work with? And then you can give me who was the best too. I just want to see what he's gonna say, Patrick. I just
So
want to see if he gonna...
many, KP.
So many?
No. I'm talking about that. Well, now, I'm gonna be honest with you.
There's so
I can't use the word worse because the beautiful thing. Here was the beautiful thing.
Okay,
And
give it to me.
it's great you brought it up because I got to bring it up. One cool thing about being around all those guys,
Yeah.
I got to meet everybody I
Absolutely.
grew up watching.
Yep.
TV shows, and
Yep.
every week we had different.
Yeah.
You know,
Every-
so
it
I'm
was
like,
lit.
for the fact that I'm
Every-
here, they kind of look at you like, well, you must be somebody. And a lot of those people I ended up staying in contact with.
Okay.
And then obviously when golf came in my life, now I'm friends with, I got a Hall of Fame phone book.
Yeah.
I got some of the biggest stars on the planet that I grew up watching TV on movies and TV, and they're all my boys from
Your
playing golf.
golf
now.
events be lit, huh?
Oh, you don't even understand. That's a whole other hour of
We gotta
how
learn
golf
to play golf.
changed my life.
Yeah. We been
golf,
saying we gotta
golf truly changed my life. Like when I tell you, God damn it, is this what white people have been hiding from us?
Yeah.
From all these goddamn years? Yes, man, yes. I always tell people, you always heard, the deals go down on the
Yes, they
golf
do.
course.
Yep.
It's the truth. The richest people in the world play golf. It's the truth. It's the highlight. It's where you want to be. It's where you want to be around. You want to hang around broke motherfuckers? You want to hang around rich motherfuckers? But the beautiful thing about golf takes about 4 hours. For 4 hours, we're actually all equal.
Yeah.
So let me give you a good example. I've played in foursomes where before, say you're Wayne Gretzky, and you got 200 million and 300 million in the bank. You're Michael Jordan, to say you got $1 billion in the bank. And he's Will Smith. He got a couple $100 million in the bank. And nigga, I have $943 in my bank. But for 4 hours,
We still.
first of all, I'm here with y'all.
Yeah.
We playing.
Yep.
We all trying to get this little white ball 50 yards.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with that you're a billionaire, and I Ubered up to this motherfucker. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For 4 hours, we're all equal. I don't care if you're a CEO or you got 1 billion employees and you got a helicopter at your house. None of that mattered for 4 hours. So what happens is, let's say we do this next hole. I birdie that motherfucker. You get a bogey. You par. You double bogeyed. the nigga with $943 it may actually beat you, motherfucker.
Best.
Yeah.
And it could just be that hole.
And now they're impressed. But hey, man.
Now
damn.
they're impressed.
Look at that.
Now Wayne
nice.
Gretzky, now Wayne Gretzky's like, what are you guys doing? What are you doing tomorrow, Alex? You know, we're playing. To the Will's like, hey man, that's some good shit, man. Hey, I forgot to ask you, Alex. Hey man, I'm about to do this next movie. It's a movie I'm about to do. No one knows. It's called Men in Black, and I might want you to did it on that. You know, yeah, man. You know, Joe Pesci's like, hey man, you're a funny guy, Alex. Hey, you should come on my boat Saturday. It's my daughter's birthday. We're gonna have a party.
Yeah. I'll be
Nigga,
there.
I'm the nigga with $943.
Yeah.
I got invited to his boat party. He wants me to work on his next movie, and this motherfucker might invest in my new project.
Yeah.
Off of hanging with these guys for 4 hours.
Playing the same
That's
sport.
just
So golf
on the
changed
same
your life.
level.
golf changed my life. Yeah. I'm just a nigga from South Central LA that never in a billion years would I ever thought I would have touched a golf club.
Yeah.
I passed that motherfucker every day. There was nobody to look up to. You know what I mean? And now look at it. I've golfed around the world.
How did you get into golf? Like,
Will Smith.
how did that start? Okay.
People always ask, when'd you start playing golf? I'm like, 1997, the year every black man in America started. And Tiger won the Masters.
Tiger.
And that just happened to be our last episode of Fresh Prince. And like, director goes, and cut. I went this way to get like a water or something. I turn around, and in the middle of the show, while we have a break, Will just reaches behind the couch and pulls out a sand wedge. And he just practices his swing. I'm like,
what you want,
man?
man?
No, niggas don't play golf. What the fuck gave you that?
Yeah.
Turns out the director of the episode got Will into it. He instantly fell in love. He buys one of his first houses. And we're all the homies that are always around him every day.
Yeah.
The house he buys has a little par 3 in the backyard.
Oh, wow.
So that same nigga me to go, man, black people don't play golf. A week later, so what do you call this thing? How do you do this? What do you do? And I was hooked for life. He's the one that got me and basically all of Black Hollywood into it, man. And ever
Was
since,
Will, you think?
Huh?
Will
Will
was the
Smith.
one who got
Everybody.
he got me into it. He got Anthony Anderson in it. He got Frank Flex in it. He got Dwayne Martin into it. He got Dondre Whitfield, Chris Spencer. Like all of us 90s guys.
Yeah.
Will was kind of like that first dude to do it. And next thing we know, we were all addicted and we're all joining country clubs and it added, put it this way, in my world, golf became one of my hustles.
Yeah.
Because nigga, I'm a hustler.
Yeah.
Right? And when I say hustle, meaning people wonder, like, Alex, how do you know all these superstar athletes?
Yeah.
How you friends? You go on my Instagram, it looks like Hall of Fame. How do you know all these guys? Every superstar that play pro baseball, basketball, football, hockey, they all have foundations. And they all have golf tournaments. And they all want a comedian to be the funny guy to help them raise money. To be honest with you, I'm no different than what Bob Hope did in the 70s and the 60s. People are like, dude, you're like the Black Bob Hope. What did every superstar in the 60s and 70s that had golf tournament, they had Bob Hope. He's the funny guy. He loves golf. And but little do you know, those athletes, they were paying me more for that one night of banquet to make people laugh than me doing 6 shows at the Improv this weekend. Than me having to go do 5 shows at the Funny Bone in Tennessee.
Good money.
Good money. So that's where I come in. It's my hustle.
Yeah.
But while I'm hustling, making real money, doing what I do, doing stand-up, I now got about 11 new numbers from guys coming up to me, hey, man, I'm Dr. J. I have a tournament that I do in Philly. Could you come to it? Hey, man, I'm Reggie Bush. Hey, man, I'm Vince Carter. Hey, man, I'm Allen Iverson. Hey, man, I'm James Worthy. Hey, man, I'm Magic Johnson. Next thing I know,
foundation golf tournaments.
Next thing I know, I was the black dude that hosts every golf tournament. But I'm hustling. Thank you for the comedy money. That's what got me here.
Absolutely.
I'm now learning how to play golf better.
Yeah.
I'm now meeting all these superstars. What did I end up doing? My own tournament. People go, how does this little nigga have all these superstars in his tournament? Who is he? Yeah. They don't realize the hustle I put in. And then finally,
your own thing.
South Central Country Club.
Oh, okay. We tied it in.
Yeah. See how you brought it into that?
Then you bring it all back around.
Yeah.
South Central Country Club, after now 30 years of playing golf all over the world, and me always being that fly nigga of rocking other people's shit, I did it for myself. Yeah. I've studied some of the greatest designers. A lot of people don't realize that. Even though I'm a comedian, I've always been a fly nigga.
Yeah.
Right? So way before a whole lot of guys that you see on the internet that are able to pay for stylists. Yeah, I was the
yourself.
first comedian nigga that you could check on that. People be like, who's your stylist? I'm like, a nigga named me.
Yeah.
Right? So long story short, two things that are some of the greatest designers of all time. Take Ralph Lauren, take Versace. They all say the same thing. They say, when I started my brand, I did it for me. Friends started liking it. That's dope. What is that shit you wearing? What is that? Well, I never seen that before. It's just me. It started to get so much traction. Everywhere I went, people started going, where can I buy it? How can I get it? So it kind of forced me to go, I'm going to have to do this shit.
Yeah.
It doesn't get more organic than that. I wasn't trying to be another comedian or somebody that's go, yeah, you know, I did it. Like, no, I just had to do it. So since I'm from South Central LA, I've tried to, the same way I did with the Black Dads Club, tried to speak it into a positive. Got sick of people saying black men just make babies and don't take care of them. I got sick of people going South Central LA, and the only thing, when you say South Central LA to the rest of the world, you just think gang banging, Crips, Bloods, murder.
That's what my next question was going to be before we moved on was, you being from South Central,
Yeah.
who was your inspiration for you to even think about becoming a comedian? Because South Central back then, no offense, nothing, it wasn't funny.
Right. Not at all.
That shit was scary.
Nothing
It
funny
wasn't
going
nothing
on.
funny about South Central.
I'm glad you brought that up because I'm going to finish the end of that and tie it right into
Okay.
that. So, because of all that negativity,
Yeah.
and here I am, it's kind of like my real story. I was the only black kid in an all-white private school for 9 years. I went from the middle of the hood, shootouts, drive-bys, half my family being Crips, half my family being Bloods, to Burton Way in Doheny, 2 blocks from Rodeo. My whole life, I got teased my whole life from black kids. You sound like a white boy. You act like a white boy. It used to be like, holy cow, whatever gave you that idea. You know what I mean? You know, by 13, I had been to more bar mitzvahs than barbecues.
Yeah.
Like, this is true shit. These are real stories I tell. Like, by 14, I had been to so many bar mitzvahs that my mother custom made me my own yarmulke. And she made it out of a Purple Crown Royal bag.
Oh, wow.
Nigga, I was walking around school looking like a
That
black
ain't the
Jewish
most
pimp.
South Central thing.
You know, people like, what's up, Alex? I'm like, Shabbat Shalom, motherfucker. You know, like, so who knew 20 years later, I ended up writing on one of the greatest TV shows of all time, and it had a lot to do with how I really grew up. Only difference is I didn't live in Bel-Air.
Yeah.
I came home to shootouts in the ghetto bird and crazy shit every day, but I went to Beverly Hills every
school
day.
over there.
And that's why when Will and I met and we got along, we had a lot in common. It's just he grew up in Philly, I grew up in LA. But back to the golf thing, because it was so negative, and I'm a kid that, man, I'm going from South Central to St. Andrews. For the people that don't know, St. Andrews is the most famous golf course in the world. It was the first golf course in the world, and that's where they play the British Open. And I played there twice. Scotland.
Wow.
Nigga, coming from where I came from, that wasn't supposed to happen.
Yeah.
So long story short, I spoke it to it in existence. When white people, I'll be at a country club, and white people go, oh my God, I love that t-shirt, I love that hoodie. Where is South Central Country Club? I've never played it. And I'm like, and I haven't either.
It doesn't exist yet.
It doesn't yet. I'm speaking it into existence, but this is my clothing line. It's called South Central Country Club. You can go to southcentralcountryclub.com, and my whole mission statement is, hey, we stay fly on and off the golf course.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a golfer to rock South Central Country Club, and I'll end it on this. I always tell people, everybody I know got some Ralph Lauren, some Polo
They sure do.
in their
Or they had it.
wardrobe, and they never rode a horse.
Yeah, you fucking right.
What
So
is
you can
polo?
still-
What the hell is
They
polo?
don't even know what polo is. But
I
they're
definitely know.
so that's how I feel about South Central Country Club. So go get that. But as far as South Central growing up, I use an example that the GOAT, my GOAT, the greatest of all time, Richard Pryor.
Okay, there we go.
He used to do a joke about when he went to jail. And, you know, he wasn't a gangster. He wasn't a killer like these niggas.
Yeah.
So what did he do? He kept them niggas laughing to keep their minds off
The booty. I remember that. Yeah.
My story, I kept them niggas laughing so they wouldn't whoop my ass or
Yeah.
want me to be in the gang.
Yeah.
Like literally. I was just a silly nigga in the hood.
Yeah.
Even down to like Up in Smoke, right? Think about it. To this day, biggest tour in hip hop history. Dr. Dre, Eminem, Ice Cube, Eastsiders. We did 49 cities, sold out every city in America. Dr. Dre was like, Alex, I want to do something different. something that had never been done before. Nigga, I want a comedian to host a rap tour.
Sure.
So I became the host of the biggest tour of all time.
A great one.
And the reason those niggas love me, they knew I was from South Central, but I am the one nigga on this entire tour. I ain't ever been to jail. I don't bang.
Yeah.
I'm not a Crip or Blood. Nigga, I was a Cub Scout.
Yeah.
And you don't smoke weed.
And I don't smoke
You don't
weed.
smoke weed.
I
You
was
smoking a lot of
nothing. But every one of those niggas love me because I'm still from the hood. I still kept the essence of who I was. But I was a funny motherfucker that they loved and respected. You know what I mean? I've known Ice Cube since high school. You know what I mean? Snoop, that's like my brother. Dr. Dre, like my brother. Warren G. West. I was Suge Knight used to always joke with me. He used to
I'm
always
not joking with no Suge, man.
No, but Suge used to joke with me. He used to always be like, nigga, if we had comedy, nigga, you'd be the first on Death Row Comedy.
Nah,
you know what I mean?
I'm okay.
Because
I'm good with Suge.
but
I'm okay.
You got it.
I was that dude that literally, back to the whole point, because I was funny and silly and not from either one of those sides and not afraid of anybody, they had to love me.
Yeah.
Because it's like, nigga, I'm not trying to be something that I'm not, nigga. Snoop used to sick niggas on me. We could be in the back of the tour bus, and they all smoking and drinking and getting high, doing what niggas do when they get high. In LA, we call it bagging.
Yeah.
Other cities call it snapping or joning. And nigga, I had to lay niggas down. What the AK-47 joke gun?
Yeah.
So when I see, shout out to all these little young niggas that roast.
So you a
you know all the roasters.
roaster.
You was on
Nigga,
it.
roasting is black comedy 101.
Absolutely.
It's the equivalent of a nigga that could freestyle his ass off but can't write a song.
Yeah.
I'm not saying names, but we know a lot of niggas.
I know.
They can roast their asses off, but they cannot do 30 minutes on stage. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
But I was that dude that had to like really prove myself. Like, yeah, they don't know comedy, they just know bagging, and I had to lay niggas down on the back of all those tour buses to get the respect. So they got to see not only is he a real nigga and can roast with us, this nigga really has jokes.
Yep.
He really can host 30,000 people every night. You gotta understand. Do you know how huge that was for me that Dre did that? I'm coming from a comedy world. The most people before Up in Smoke, the most people I'd ever been in front of was like maybe 5,000. Like opening up for Jamie or opening up for Mark Curry or a comedy sellout for a star was 5,000. This is way before, Kevin Hart, and shout out to Kevin Hart and all those guys. But so for me to go up in front of every basketball arena in America, in front of 30,000 people every night, that was huge for me, and I thank Dr. Dre for that every day.
Shout out
that
Dre and them.
that made me a beast on stage. There wasn't no comedy club that I couldn't fuck with. I'm doing 30,000 seats every night. That's a fucking 300-seat club. You know what I mean? So,
What I like to ask, like, what was the moment in the journey where you were like, God, you looking around and you like, what the? I'm from South Central, and now I'm here. I've made it. What was that like aha moment? Like, oh shit, I really.
You know what's crazy?
Made it.
You know what's crazy? That part of me organically happened.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't one time. Some people have that one story. Yeah, I found out when I got invited to the White House. You know what I mean? I found out that day that I went to Dr. Dre's pool party. Like me, I was so
You just living
in the mix. I was that nigga that was everywhere. You hear the old out of sight, out of mind shit?
Yep.
Can I tell you something that's really gonna make y'all laugh? Thank God you saw Straight Outta Compton.
Of course.
Remember the pool parties, the butt naked free parties?
Absolutely.
Thank God they didn't catch me on camera those years.
Okay.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's how far back I go.
Yeah.
I was just a little
You
nigga
just been in the mix the whole
that
time.
knew
the whole way.
everybody. I knew where everybody's
Forrest
pool
Gump.
party. Yeah.
You was
No,
at
you
every-
were
Forrest
You
Gump.
was a black Forrest. You was at.
I was.
He been
You
to
was
Scotland. He been to
Nigga, when
Up
I
in Smoke.
when I
all of the greatest histories of moments.
you don't want you don't even want to hear my Diddy stories. So
You was at the freak offs.
nigga, you want to hear one?
Yeah, give me one. Give me one and let's move
You
on.
are the only person that was at the freak offs.
I could just, but I'll tell you on another episode. You don't want me to tell you now.
we
right?
need
no,
that
we
right
wanna-
now.
No,
We need that
nigga, you
right now.
don't tell us now.
Yeah, you gonna tell us.
Right now.
Can I tell you the real honest story?
Yeah, give me the real one.
Because it's so funny because you just make me think of something.
Give it
I
to me.
really am like the Black Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like some of the most memorable moments in hip hop history.
Yeah.
I can honestly say I was a part of. A lot of people didn't know. Get Rich or Die Trying. 14 million albums sold. Biggest album in probably hip hop history.
That was your idea.
This new guy. His name is 50 Cent. This new rapper. Gunshots all over the thing.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Dr. Dre just calls me one day and was like, yo, man, I need you. I need a skit. Speaking of skits and sketches.
Yeah.
And this is proof, yes. I was doing this way before these niggas.
Yeah.
This new guy.
You invented skits.
I never forget. It was like 2 weeks after we got Up in Smoke.
Mm-hmm.
I just been with these niggas every day. We get back, and 2 weeks after Up in Smoke, Dre's like, I got a new guy. I'm like, who? He said, you don't know him, but I'm about to do his album. He's dope. I was like, what's his name? He's like, his name's 50 Cent. I'm like, okay, never heard of him. I don't know.
Yeah.
Dre was just like, I just need you for some funny shit real quick. And he explained the situation. He took a tape that had like 30 seconds, no, not maybe 20 seconds of some gay dude that called into like Hot 97 and claimed he was, I guess he was gay, I don't know, but he knew about the beef between Ja Rule and 50.
Okay.
And all he let me hear was, y'all better leave Jeffrey alone. That's my boo. Leave him alone. Dre goes, you fucking with it? I was like, what do you want me to do? Man, just do some funny shit. Did you flip that shit and did. And I was like, okay. He goes, how much you want?
Damn.
And I was like, I don't even know what I'm gonna
I
do
don't even
yet.
know
He's
yet.
like,
How long
I just
is-
need you to make some funny shit. He goes, nigga, I'll give you 10,000. I was like, where's the booth?
Yeah.
What's the rapper's name? He said 49? No, 50. He said it's 50 Cent. I was like, okay, and da-da-da. He's like, no, nigga, you know what? And he knew that I just bought my first house.
Yeah.
Because it was the most money I'd ever made. When I got off Up in Smoke tour, it was the most money I'd ever made. Got off tour, bought my first house, and I needed a pool table. I always wanted a pool table.
Yeah.
He's like, 10,000 in a pool table, nigga. Go do that shit.
All right. Well, what do you need me to say
Where
and
do I
do?
start?
You ready?
Patrick, why you don't hit us with that like that?
So if y'all Google it right now, 14 million albums sold.
Yeah.
This brand new gangster rapper, everything. You remember how hot that album was?
Oh, yeah, I know.
Everything was
We
a
was
hit.
literally just playing
We
it
were
the
just
other
playing.
day.
Brand was just playing it.
There was one sketch on the album. Back Down, number 10.
Oh yeah, back. Yeah,
That's me.
yeah,
Big
yeah.
things
Back
come in
down.
small packages.
Yeah, yeah.
Holla. I'm a
remember that,
12-degree
Corey?
pink belt. I will slice and dice his ass.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Back to what we said at the beginning of the interview. I didn't know I was making history.
Right.
I just got a quick 10,000 in a fucking pool table, and thank you, Dr. Dre. I didn't know this dude was gonna end up being one of the biggest rappers of all time.
Hey, but that was his big. That's
I didn't even know
legendary
about
album.
the beef between him and Ja Rule. So
Yeah.
when it came out later, right? People were thinking like I had something to do with it. I'm like, no, nigga, I was a work for hire, nigga. I didn't know. I mean, I knew who Ja Rule was.
Yeah.
Because he was already huge.
Ja
At that
Rule
time,
was
but I didn't know who
already
50 Cent was. I'm not a New York nigga. I didn't know what was going on. I just got paid to do some funny shit. Right?
Absolutely.
But when it came out, the reason people tied it together and tried to put me in the middle of it, because I ended up doing another skit that also made me famous, and it had something to do with Ja Rule. The Nori song.
Oh,
Number one song of the year. Pharrell's first huge hit. The whole world knew the song. Homeboy, I came to party.
Okay.
Yo, girl, looking for me, right?
yeah.
Hey, Alex, we need you in this little video. Can you do a little sketch for
Look
us?
at Amy, she's so young.
Yeah, I know. You're
She's
like,
so fucking
I know. She's
young.
like, what is this
When
guy?
you said we had to
Who's
put it on a
50
tape.
Cent? Who's
He
50
said,
Cent?
what's a tape?
She's like, who is this guy that's sitting next to me? Frederick Douglass?
Power? You talking about that guy from Power? You know she watched that.
She's like, she gonna go back to her homegirls. Oh my God, this guy that was sitting under there. I think he was friends with Jackie Robinson.
Yeah, I know, some guy.
I think he marched with Martin Luther King. I'm
Yeah, I
not really
don't
sure.
know. Some old.
I just know he's been doing it a long time. He's a
Yeah.
cool guy. He's flying and everything, but he's like 98 years old.
Yeah, he's old.
I think he went to high school with Harriet Tubman. I'm not really sure.
Ah, damn,
But-
Amy.
No. Amy, Google me. So look, but so that song ended up being so huge. And remember, the whole thing, I was just trying to get in the club.
Yeah.
And it was Nori.
Yep.
Mike Epps was in the video with me. And it was there, and Ja Rule was in the video. And they were like, "Oh shit, don't you got beef with them?" I'm like, "I don't have any beef with them."
Yeah, I don't
Because
even
we
know.
were on both guys'
Right.
hits.
But when I found out later that song was basically the song that they equate to ending Ja Rule's career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back Down, the whole entire song
Yep.
was basically
Ja Rule.
fuck Ja Rule. But nigga, I didn't know. I did my sketch.
You got a pool table.
Well, I got a pool table and I got a new kitchen, nigga. I just.
Yeah. You think you slick though, because I asked you about the freak offs. I know you was there.
Okay, ready, freak offs. You have time? I know this is. You're probably gonna have to chop this
You
in.
see how he tried to get out of that?
He did.
But I bet you
We locked the door.
because I gotta tell the real story. And I just need y'all to listen.
Give me. No,
I'm gonna just give you the Diddy. Okay. I gave you the stunt dick story.
You gave, okay,
I'm gonna give you my Diddy story.
Okay, Patrick, we got time for the Diddy story?
And you probably you probably don't.
No, we
but
do.
edit.
Well, no, we got time.
This might have to be
This our shit right here. We got time.
Is your name
Long
Patrick?
as you got time. Oh yeah.
Patrick, this might have to be your first double episode. If there's gonna have to be a part 2 with Alex Thomas.
Yeah.
Cliffhanger right here.
So I just need y'all to listen.
We on it.
All right. It's crazy because it kind of stinted from being in a situation like this. So, in the last, I don't know, 6 months, I've probably done 4 or 5 people's podcast. Everybody wants me on their podcast.
Yeah.
Because I got great stories, right?
Amazing.
The first question everybody asks me. So first of all, when they find out you've been in the business 35 years, you know everybody.
Yeah.
What is the first question? The last 4 podcasts? You ever been to a Diddy party?
Yeah.
You ever go to a Diddy party?
Of course you have.
What them Diddy parties like? And I just tell the fucking truth. I've been to so many goddamn Diddy parties, I stopped counting.
Yeah.
Like literally, you gotta understand. I'm gonna paint the picture for you.
Paint it.
I was famous for like 20 minutes, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, you gotta understand. I'm not exaggerating. I went to like 15 All-Star weekends in a row.
Yeah.
From like 2000 to 2015, I literally went to every single All-Star weekend. The 2 biggest parties every fucking year was Michael Jordan's parties and Diddy's parties. Like off the fucking chain, thousands of motherfuckers, right? You gotta understand, when Sean John first came out,
Oh, yeah.
New York Fashion Week,
Oh yeah.
incredible, thousands of motherfuckers. I was there for when Sean John, when Ciroc first came out,
yeah.
New Year's Eve party at his house, thousands of motherfuckers.
yeah.
When I tell you the craziest fucking parties you've ever been to in your life, here's where I gotta paint the picture. I was always considered, you guys, a B and C-list actor.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, I've done 15 or 20 movies. I'm not gonna say the names, but I'm not as big as such and such and such and such.
Yeah.
So I was always considered a B and C-list actor. Where's the camera? Whatever camera's look, I'm gonna look
Patrick,
at
right
it.
there, yeah.
Ready?
That's 4 of them.
Only the A-listers got invited to the freak-offs. I wasn't an A-lister. You gotta understand, I had one rule and one rule only at every fucking Diddy party I ever went to. And it was be gone by 1:15. I don't care how many beautiful women were in the house.
Yeah.
I don't care how many celebrities were in the building. I was always gone.
Why?
I'm about to tell you. About 1:15. Ready? I have no idea what time the baby oil came out.
Yeah.
Because I was always gone by.
115.
You know why you didn't ever see me in any of the videos? All up in the videos. You didn't hear me anybody's stories?
Yeah.
Because I was always gone by.
115.
115.
1:15.
Yeah.
You gotta understand, every party I went, I was a B and C list actor, right? Remember I told you B and C? Remember I told you that only the A-listers got invited to the freak-offs?
Yeah.
And remember I told you I went to the parties when there was thousands of people?
You also
Ready?
said you was around all these
I'm
guys
about-
and they needed some assistance.
Yeah, well, that wasn't at the freak-offs.
They
Because I
ain't-
wouldn't have,
they-
remember,
they ain't need
to
them there.
them,
They ain't need them there.
yeah, because remember, to them,
You can't do it all.
but to them, I was still a B and C list nigga. Remember, I mentioned the dudes I worked with every day.
Yeah.
Remember, I worked with Martin, with Will, with Jamie Foxx, and I worked with those niggas. This was on sets and really work. Remember, we're talking about Diddy and parties right now. That was work. You've seen all the TV shows and movies I did with that, right? But here's what I'm trying to say. When I say that, remember I told you thousands of people? Keyword, thousands of people?
Yeah.
Every party I went to with Diddy, them niggas had me in general population.
Okay.
I don't know what time the freak-offs happened. Here's why I can't say anything about Diddy. The reason I can't say anything about Diddy, because I never witnessed any of that shit myself, and I was there.
Yeah.
But remember, I'm at the party with thousands of people. It's almost like saying you go to a mansion party on the tennis courts.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody's with thousands of people.
Yeah.
Nigga, you didn't get invited up to the suite
Yeah.
when there was only 11 of you.
Yeah.
But you were at the party.
Yeah.
You just didn't get to get the super VIP, right? So here's why I cannot say anything bad about Diddy. Because the greatest night of my life in 35 years of partying in Hollywood happened at a Diddy party.
Okay.
And I remember it like it was yesterday.
That's gonna be our opening when we drop that. Right there. The greatest night of my life was at a Diddy party. That's gonna be the opening.
You ready?
You're right.
Yeah.
1999, it's his 30th birthday party at the Playboy Mansion.
Oh.
Never been to the Playboy Mansion in my life. I was blown the fuck away when I tell you it was. Nigga, he had big booty chicks twerking from the ceiling.
Oh.
He had before the word twerking.
Yeah.
You know they were hanging from chandeliers. It was free lobster filet. First time being in the Playboy Mansion.
Yeah.
Again, thousands of people.
Yeah.
And where am I at? Say it with me. General
Population.
population. Right. But let me tell you why it's the greatest night of my life. It's the greatest night of my life because it's the night I met Michael Jackson.
Oh wow.
Oh.
True Hollywood story. KP, I'm sitting on a couch just like this.
Yeah.
I'm sitting with Eddie Murphy in Arsenio Hall. And we're just talking, having drinks.
Yeah.
And out of nowhere, Eddie just goes, yo, Alex, you ever met Mike? And I'm like,
Who?
Mike who? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because in 99,
Yeah.
I met Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
And I also met Michael Jordan. So I really didn't know which Mike he was talking about. He's like, Michael Jackson. I'm like, no, I never met him. Eddie goes, you want to meet him? I'm like, hell yeah. He
What
goes,
the fuck? Of course I do.
He goes, he's right there. I look to my left, you guys, and about 15 feet away from me, I swear to God,
Like we're Johnson
Michael
right here?
Jackson and Tom Cruise are hanging from the ceiling of the Playboy Mansion in this gigantic swing. Imagine a swing you pitch kids in the park, but it's a giant swing that can fit like 10 adults. You know those chains that are on ships, the anchors? So it's like a, nigga, we're in the Playboy Mansion. It's like, it's just, I know you're trying to make sense of
I'm
it.
trying to visualize.
Just follow me, follow me.
Okay.
Bigger than life.
Follow me. I'm freaking out because I'm wondering, how did I not already see that? They're just over there swinging, and it's just Tom Cruise and Michael
Some
Jackson.
magical shit.
Just fucking, you know, I can't make this kind of shit up, right?
Yeah.
I'm not that good of a fucking
Yeah.
comedian. And they're just swinging and just talking. I'm 15 feet away. And the first thing that goes through my mind is, goddamn, Michael Jackson really is white.
Yeah.
You didn't realize how white he was until he's sitting next to a real white person.
Yeah.
Okay, Tom Cruise was 4 shades darker than Michael Jackson.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Nigga, it looked like Michael was sitting there talking to Wesley Snipes.
Damn.
Right? So out of nowhere, Arsenio just goes, he probably knows who you are. I'm like, man, get the hell out of here. There's no way in the world that Michael Jackson knows who I am. And he goes, no, I'm just telling you, man. Because Eddie and Arsenio are good friends.
Absolutely. I know
And
that
he
for
was
sure.
like, no, man, his life is so stressed out. All he watches is comedy shows, comedy TV, funny movies, anything that's got to do with comedy. Because he had just recently met Chris Tucker.
Yeah. Oh,
And me
yeah.
and Chris were friends, and
Yep.
and he saw Chris, like, I think on Def Comedy Jam or something, right?
yeah.
So I'm like, shit. Like, he might know who I am. Like,
But you
nigga.
made him laugh before.
Nigga, I was popping in 99. I'm on the Jamie Foxx Show.
Yeah.
I got movies in the theater. Don't Be a Menace to
Yeah,
South
yeah,
Central.
yeah.
You know, Players Club. I'm thinking,
Yeah.
like, maybe Mike knows who I am.
Yeah.
Right? Eddie just walks me over to him, 10 feet away, and just simply, Alex Thomas, Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, Alex Thomas. I reach out to shake his hand. Michael grabs my hand and just starts dying laughing. Like, I never heard his laugh before. He's and he just goes, you're so funny. Brother, when I tell you,
Your motherfucking spirit left your body.
a small tear came down my eye, I could not believe that Michael Jackson knew who I was. So that little one small tear,
Like Denzel in Glory.
like Denzel in Glory,
Yeah.
turned into tears of a bitch.
Yeah.
Nigga, when I tell you I cried like a little groupie bitch,
Yeah.
and I just
right
there, and I just gave him the biggest, like I didn't know what else to do.
You cried right
I
there.
cried in his shoulder, on his ear, and in his ear, I was just like, I love you, Michael.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Nigga, I swear to God, and I'm just crying, telling you I love you, and I don't know what made me do this, you guys. But as I pulled away, I pinched the tip of his nose.
No, okay, now it's getting crazy.
And Arsenio
Now it's getting crazy.
and Eddie Murphy hit the ground in tears. They were laughing so fucking hard. You don't understand how it felt as a young comedian to have all 3 of my idols dying laughing at the exact same fucking time.
Might let you finish his nose.
I'm not finished. Nigga, my body.
Let him finish.
My body went numb because it was like, I can't believe they're all dying laughing, right? So as Arsenio gets up off the floor, wiping tears out of his eyes, he goes, Alex, you are the first motherfucker I've ever seen touch Michael's face and get away with it, right? He goes, now I suggest you get the fuck up out this party right now before his security comes over here
and fucks you up
and chokes your little ass out. And I looked at my watch. I said, you ain't said nothing but a thank you.
It's 1:15 in
Nigga, it was 1:15. I was like, nigga, it's time to beat it.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
True Hollywood story.
And this
man.
was
True
all
Hollywood story.
A
Let
Diddy
me
party.
shake you. This is the hand to touch my.
That's a nice touch, Mike. True Hollywood story. So when I tell you I can't make shit up, and the reason I have to always tell that story, because if you notice, Diddy led into that. And it's like my real truth.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't have been at the Playboy Mansion for this nigga's 30th birthday if it wasn't a Diddy party. So obviously that happened in 99.
Yeah.
All the craziness happened later, but I really did go to all those parties, and I really never, to answer the final question, I never saw the freak off shit.
Yeah.
And I've been to so many parties, I just wasn't a part
It
of it.
don't matter. You had your greatest night at a Diddy party.
Hey, man.
Remember that.
Keep that.
Okay.
Let the folks
Greatest
know
night
that.
ever at a Diddy party.
When I met Michael Jackson.
Well, you gotta add that in. We'll add that in later.
You might,
start-
Oh, you
Not
just
that
gave
first.
him the soundbite.
We're gonna start that off first.
you might get
okay?
subpoenaed now to test the
Man.
And I would tell that same story in court.
Yeah, bro, but
And the key words would be general population.
yeah.
The freak off's not me.
Yeah.
Nigga, I wasn't in no $200 trillion movies. I was in a bunch of nigga movies.
Would you have went though?
I mean, back then we didn't know. They didn't say, come to the freak off, and we're gonna pull out baby oil and pour it all over sex trafficking girls. Like, nigga, they didn't tell us that.
Yeah.
You just knew you were going to a Diddy party.
Yeah. I know. It's so
When I tell you the
crazy.
niggas' parties were out of this world,
Absolutely.
I never experienced the little 5, 10, 15, 20 people. I'm talking this shit when it was 1,000 people.
Yeah.
I was there when he hosted the MTV Awards and they shut down the arena where the Heat played.
Damn.
And just imagine 1,000 people like out of this world. You know what I mean? I'm just being honest.
Listen, on that note, there is no topping that, baby. There is no
that's
topping
You know
that.
where to cut that off.
Oh,
You know where
yeah.
to cut that off.
Absolutely. Amy, let everybody know what you got coming up next and where they can find you.
Amy, where you been? You just
She's
been
sitting here enjoying the story. She don't know. She don't know none of the people. You know Michael Jackson is.
I'm sorry.
Please.
You got a lot. You got a lot to. You got to.
Michael Jackson was my first celebrity crush before he was white.
Okay.
Okay.
Before he was white.
No,
That's
but
funny.
no, because people listen. When
Yes.
Michael Jackson, when it got
He
to
passed my mom.
when he got to what was the first shit he did when
Talking
he was
about
like
the-
that?
talking
Remember the
about the
time?
medium-
Remember the time
medium
and all
88.
that. 88. Michael Jackson was. What you talk? Come on.
He was in transition.
Come on. Okay.
He eventually got white.
He was light skinned.
Yeah.
Because at one time, let's just be
light-skinned
real,
Michael
he was my color at one time. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. But
And then
light
he
skinned
ended up
Mike was on another level.
more like you.
He was my type before he wasn't my type.
There you go.
Like,
Okay. All right.
One thing you have to do a lot of research on me now, but you heard a lot today.
She don't know a
You
lot.
were a witness.
You know who 50 Cent
Best
is,
believe
right?
it.
50 Cent? You know 50 Cent? Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck all that. You found out a lot about me today.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. High five.
It sounded like the Diddy party sounded like the Great Gatsby.
Say it again.
So Diddy parts like the
or Forrest Gump. I like
like-
that.
it's
I
like
like
a
that.
black
one.
version.
That was a good analogy.
You were in a lot of historical moments that
Yeah.
people might not even realize.
Before we knew
Yeah.
they were going to be those big moments.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
All right, Amy, let them know your social media.
Instagram AAMYKINSSS. TikTok. I got some stuff I can't say at the moment again, but then
Why? Because it is explicit content. No, it's
I signed some shit. Okay, and then maybe with my man here
What?
later.
Got a shoe coming up next.
What?
Shoot us out
Yeah, you're talking about
True
yeah.
tennis.
Yeah.
South Central Country Club.
Country Club.
We're gonna do a little photo shoot after this.
Yeah. Let them know. Give it to them now. Alex, let them know your social.
Me?
Yeah, your social.
Oh
what's
yeah,
next?
funny man, Alex Thomas, all one word, funny man, Alex Thomas. I got a few different Instagrams. I have my golf page where you just see me golfing all over the world, being funny. Remember I told you it's Inglewoods. So it's I'm Inglewoods. IMGLEWOODS. They call me the Ghetto Tiger Woods. I'm Inglewoods.
Yeah.
And then South Central Country Club. South Central Country Club on Instagram. And the website is southcentralcountryclub.com. You don't have to be a golfer to rock it. It's fly as hell. And thank you for having me.
Come on, thank you for
I had.
coming, now.
I mean, I'm not gonna say I wasn't thinking I wasn't gonna have fun because I knew when you called me,
Yeah.
I was gonna have fun,
Absolutely.
and I saw what you do, and you my nigga.
Yeah, come on
Like,
now.
for real.
Come on now. It was a
appreciate
great
you,
time.
man.
Great
Man,
time.
good seeing you again.
Yeah, be more.
And
check
nice
us out.
meeting you, Amy.
Likewise.
Yes.
Yeah. Be more. Let them know too.
I am B More on everything. I am B More. Follow me. Also, check out Suckers, which is on Prime.
Yeah.
And Tubi.
Yeah.
And Run It Up.
Run it up. Ladies and gentlemen, that's been another episode of Movies and Models with our special guest. I'm KP. Subscribe. Go to Colorblind TV on YouTube and subscribe, like, comment. Let us know what you think.
South
Thank y'all.
Central
South
Country
Central
South
Country Club.
Central.
.com.
Bow. Dunzo.